Good morning, viewers. No, good afternoon, viewers, and welcome to Bago Sports for the Nepean Highlanders Bowls 4-grade Pennant Pennant final between Wiseman's Ferry and Camden. So we've got Wiseman's Ferry taking on Camden, the winner. Well, they'll be crowned champions for 2024-25 season. And they will go off the state. This match we have here, for Wiseman's Ferry, we've got Jack Parker, Scott Wills, Matthew Stubbs, and Andrew Watkins. They're taking on from the Camden side. They're taking on Heidi Finity, Matt Jones, Carl Zinal, and Edward Klassen, it is. And that's the live stream match. The other games going on, we have McMahon taking on Trick, and Kennedy taking on Starts. Got Andrew, Mr. President, join me. He's just off checking his lunch. He's ready. Anything like the first game, we're in for a cracking game. A very good game this morning in the 5-grade. No, the 6th grade went down to the wire. Players, they're just having their roll-up. Welcome to the live coverage, viewers. Do me a favour, you jump it on, share it, let people know that we are live here from Bago Sports on this amazing day. It's currently 22 degrees. Blue skies, a little bit of cloud around, not too much. Great day for bowls action. So the players, Jack Parker is using the XG. Scotty Wills is using a Taylor Redline XL. Matty Stubbs is using a Premier Super 10. Watkins is using an XG. Camden. Heidi's using a Dynamic. Matty Jones is using Taylor SR. Carl Zinal is using a Premier. And Edward is using a XV1. Players, as I said, going for their roll-ups. Tell you what, one of the best chicken snitties I've ever had just now. It was massive. So you're looking for somewhere to visit, definitely come and check it out at Green. Tiffy, it's running very nice. I was running around that 14-second mark this morning. It was a bit of fog, bit of dew. Might have picked up now. We see if we can get a green speed while we're doing the roll-up. Yeah, so it's picked up that second, so it's now 15 as the greens draw it out. It's running at a very nice pace, good pace to play all your bowls, good speed. This is the final of the 4-grade. So Wiseman's Ferry, I think they're like me. They're closer north to than south. Camden. It's not too far. Camden Rams. So the Rams are in the white, blue and the red. Wiseman's Ferry, they got the dark blue. Scott Wills. The maroon. This is Matt Jones. You got the light blue Taylor SR. Thank you so much. Like, hats off. Definitely looking after me. So I have got a list here of all the players on there. Let me just see if I can find it. Oh, I think it's disappeared. Stephen might have had to take it with him. There we go. So rink 2. So let's go have a look at the players. Team 2. Jeez, mate. So rink 7. Where is rink 7? Okay, so on rink 7, the middle rink, we have we got Grant Lutit, Brianna Henry, Shane Davis, and Trevor McMahon. They're playing Camden side of Patrick Phibbs, Michael Pinkerton, Michael Evingham, and Gary Trick. So rink 3, which is actually rink 8. We've got Johnny Marinick, which is probably totally incorrectly pronounced. Richard Polly, Trent Burnett, and Ryan Kennedy taking on the Camden side of Lincoln McLaren, Frank Ray, Stephen Finity, and Rick Stutz. And Stephen comes out. I'll get him to reread them out for me so we can get correct pronunciation. So Carl, I know we're we kicked off, have we? No. Oh yeah, it's Carl got the skips. Skips are just having their roll up. This is Andrew playing with the XG. Okay, we're underway. And one. This final, Wiseman's Ferry, Camden Rams. Kicking off 3/4 length. And Heidi Finity getting us underway. Good dynamics. It's not a bad start here from Heidi. That's a great start. That's a good start there from Heidi. Jack Parker. He's got the red and blue split XGs. Tell you what, we've got some great colours out there now, don't we, in the bowls. You know, you don't buy bowls for any other reason. You want a new colour. And he's not too far down as well. That's a pretty good effort. That's a good start to well home, just behind. Oh, he's jumped out of the blocks. Good shot. Good bowl there. One on, one just behind. Fantastic lead bowls. It's a pretty good line here as well from Jack. And we might have to give old Skip Andrew to bit of a rev up about standing on the line. If you missed this morning's game, that was a very good game. Glenbrook took on Picton, and it really pretty much went down to the last bowls. Picton managed to snake home. As we watch this bowl come down, it's not quite there. Line was good, solid line. It's a little bit nippy in the shade here, viewers. It's just sitting on the side here. Got the gazebo above me, and that breeze blows on you. You got the jumper on. Okay, that plenty of width. Shout out to Bago Sports Club, proud sponsor of this event, hosting these finals. They're hosting it for the next 3 years. Great club. Great feed. So you want a good feed. You keep coming back, you get a good feed. I can see why it's very popular. Let's go ask Andrew. Andrew, yes, that way a bit. Hey? That's all right. All right, you can be the stick woman. Whack him. Now, looking good to there. Is he going to hit though? Is he going to find the hole? He's found the hole. He's got the jack. He's pushed it back. Oh. 4 down. 4 down. What a cracking bowl that was from Carl. Very good start to this first stand. Haven't even got used to the green. They're nailing it already. It's handy back there. Best backward. Gives something to work with. Well, if you can get back to that last bowl. That's a blue bowl. Who wants that blue bowl? It's Matty Stubbs' bowl. Snuck up in there. He might have got third shot. So got paperwork flying everywhere. So as we change over, it's definitely two. It could be even Heidi's bowl. Is that grey one on the... No, it's blue. 2 shots. Look at this for a bowl. Oh, he's changed it up. That's even better. That's even better. Tucked it around. Good bowl. 3 shots to Camden. Beautiful bowl there. So Andrew. Well, Andrew, you just sneak around there. You can use that outside bowl. You're pretty close. He is very close. This is a great bowl. That's a cracking bowl. Lovely shot. Yeah, he's almost dead drawn it. He's fallen over as well. Oh, he's one down. That's a great bowl. That'll give him a lot of confidence in the start with. Just snuck around. Look at this for a draw bowl. Beautiful shot. Start off with. Okay, back over to Edward. Oh, we got... Oh, mate. Get out of the centre line. Trace. Do you want to get him out the way? Can we get him off? Yeah, the white shirt bloke. Right in the line. I think he knew. He realised. He saw Tracy walking over there. She's got the big stick. What's he going to do? His last bowl was an absolute cracking bowl, Jack. He's shaping up. He's only one down. He's playing a bit of speed. He's playing a search bowl, trying to get maybe, what's he trying to do? I don't know. Just a little bit over. Oh, he's hit the purple up. He's pushed it back to his own bowl. He's pushed it back to his own bowl, viewers. Wow. Oh, you believe that? Let's watch that again. Just see. I thought he was shaping up. The amount of hand movements he was doing there. He snuck in. He's used that front purple bowl. Pushed that up. Put onto the jack. Pushed it up to his own bowl for one shot. Wow. Oh, let's welcome back Andrew, Mr. President.
Well, what did I miss?
Well, what have you missed? What a start, first end. What a start to the first end, but now you're back. I might get you to run through the teams for me, just so you get correct pronunciation.
Yep, so what we're doing is that we're showing you currently Grade 4. That's a match between Wiseman's Ferry and Camden, and the game that we're seeing at the moment is Jack Parker, Scott Wills, Matthew Stubbs and Andrew Watkins from Wiseman's Ferry, and they play the Camden men's side of Heidi Finnerty, Matt Jones, Carl Zeinel and Eddie Classens. Next to them on Rink 7, the Wiseman's Ferry outfit of Grant Lutit, Brianna Henry, Shane Davis and Trevor McMahon. And they're playing the Camden side of Patrick Phibbs Michael Pinkerton, Mick Everingham and Gary Trick. And then the third rink 8, Wiseman's Ferry, John Marinchik, Richard Poiley, Trent Burnett and Ryan Kennedy from Wiseman's Ferry. And they're playing Lincoln McLaren, Frank Ray, Stephen Finity and Rick Stats. So that's the grade 4. Both of these teams won their respective sections and they are playing a winner-take-all one-match shootout. While we've got time, I'll go through the grade 5s.
Yes.
So grade 5 is also 2 section winners, Camden and Blacktown Workers. They both won their sections. And we've got the Camden side of Peter Deal, Robert Wareham, Wayne Misson and Gary Hudson, playing the Blacktown Worker side of Alan Kirby, Michael Berrick, Thomas Haynes and Wayne Cox. Next to them, the Camden side of Keith Pocock, Gary Pawley, Michael Ray and Steve Lyons, playing the Blacktown Worker side of Ron Saunders, Jan Layton, Rod Barker and John Phelps. And on the ditch rink by the road, Camden, Dennis Crouch, David Price, Alan Wood and Michael Riles play the Blacktown Worker side of Ian Burr, David Blackburn, Mark Renshaw and Chris Haney. So we'll be keeping you up to date on that, and currently Blacktown Workers have got out to a 4-1 lead on 4 ends, and here Wiseman's Ferry 2, Camden 1 on 3 ends. So 3 singles to open up this grade 4 event. And judging by what I just missed, Happy, that first end should be some pretty good bowls to come.
Absolutely, the first end. The second end, well, we'll talk about the first end. It was great. Second end, you know what they say? When you know what you're doing, you go off.
Well, if we have a bad second end, we can just replay the first end on the screen.
Yeah, there's still a bit of room there. So this is Scotty coming down. Is he going to creep up there? Not quite. Line was good.
So just the way the sides run, this is Wiseman's Ferry's top grade. Their top grade is grade 4. Camden men's play in 2s. I think they might play in 3s. They've got probably 6 or 7 sides into a really big club within our region. So this might be their second grade or even their third grade side. But so in terms of depth of bowlers, Camden's certainly been a strong club for many, many years, both in Southern Tablelands, Zone 5, and now in the Nepean Highlands region.
Well, it's looking pretty good track here. Got the jack, has he? He's got it. He sliced it. He's pushed it back to the red and blues. So the red and blues split. That's Andrews.
Yep. So certainly it's 1-2 Wiseman's Ferry at the moment. Heidi Finity's got the grey bowl next to it. So a lot of jack movement already. We're probably not going to see the jack stay on the same spot. This morning, not a lot of jack movement. We had the grade 6 final between Picton and Glenbrook Panthers with a win to Picton. Really exciting ending. They had a number of different permutations and combinations of how that could finish off. And a good shot here, almost just turns it over, but unlucky there from Carl Zinal. And in the grade 7s, we had Hazelbrook defeating Penrith. That was a winner-take-all situation because both of those sides had won their preliminary game against Camden grade 7 yesterday. Whereas this morning, we had Glenbrook going in with a win and Picton going in with a loss. But Picton had a bigger win, and they ended up taking the section 10.5 points to Kingswood on 10 and Glenbrook on 9.5. So couldn't get much closer other than a 10-all draw and then a count back on margins. Anyway,
Yeah, no, it was a great
done and
game.
dusted.
It was a great game. As running behind this one, and he's crashed into a front one, but there's still either hand. Still drawing there, either hand. Probably favouring ditch side for me personally.
Yeah, I think just the way this Tiff Dwarf is drawing, you've got more chance of drawing under on your forehand on the ditch side, as opposed to that bowl at 2 o'clock is probably going to be in most people's draw.
Yeah.
Although you can draw it under on weight. Anyway, Andrew's had a chance to decide, and he's looking like he's going to try his forehand left-hander and try to find that run underneath that short bowl at 2 o'clock. So pretty comfortable that he thinks his XGs are going to draw under those. Again, in terms of green speed, I've never played at Wiseman's Ferry, but I think certainly Camden has very fast greens as well, so they will be used to this pace. Wiseman's maybe not.
So green's running 15 seconds now. It's picked up a second as it's dried out this morning. 15.2.
Yeah, and we've got a little bit of a breeze that's sort of swinging through, so...
Yeah. Have a look at this for a bowl.
And
have a go at
gets
this.
the inside.
Off it. Bang. Lovely shot.
And it's a close from what Carl the third has said. Yep, and one down is what Matthew Stubbs is telling Andrew Watkins, so... So he played his forehand. He could just correct on weight if he was trusting his bowl to get under that short one. Why change? And that what he seems to be doing is lining up on his forehand.
You got better line this time. No. So you're looking for hold on one.
So you just got to skirt that last bowl of Andrews, under or around, with weight to that wing grey.
Yeah, nails it. Gets through the gap there, you'll make it. He picks that line, picks that gap, you'll be in the count. Oh, someone's in his way. Players are just asking the players to obviously uses a mark on the bank.
Yep, so he's ready to go.
Well, what's he going to do?
Probably not going to find his way through.
No. So one shot it is to the Rams. Camden side pick up the second end. 1-1. 1-1 after 2 ends on the Bago Sports scoreboard. And
in grade 5 currently, Blacktown Workers 4, Camden 1, and that's on 3 ends. Here it's 6-2 to Wiseman's Ferry on 6 ends.
That's a good, nice start. That's a very good start. So at the moment, going this direction. It's a bit opposite this morning's game. I was going the other way this morning, and they were nailing it.
Yeah, we had Charlie coming towards the car park, and he was just on fire. Yeah. Set it up, and then Kerry Hawkins followed as the skipper and cleaned up any mess that needed to be cleaned up, and
they did.
Added to the count when she needed to add. So good one here from Jack. So this should be a ding-dong battle all the way through. Hardy Finity's in our Ladies Open rep side coming up in the inter-regional playoffs at the state in a couple of weeks' time.
Now we go straight back there. One on, one at the back.
Jack Parker, trusting his grass, he's picked up this line pretty quickly. And again, nice spot behind. We've seen a bit of Jack movement already, so anything just to be prepared for a trail is good. So we've got Matt Jones trying to sit the shot bowl, and he's
That's
done
a
that.
lovely bowl.
Lovely weight control there. So Scott Wills trying to sit that blue or trail that Jack back. Just missed that line.
Would you have schnitzel?
No, I had the fish and chips today. Had Caesar salad yesterday and fish and chips today.
Tell you what, size of it was huge.
It was. I think I had three fillets of fish on mine.
Yeah.
Ready for my afternoon nap.
Try having 3 hours sleep.
Yeah.
And then having a great feed like that.
So anybody who missed this, Happy came down from Kempsey to Bago overnight.
Coffs Harbour. I went to
Coffs Harbour.
No, I went to Newcastle, to Coffs Harbour, back to Newcastle, then down to here.
Yeah. So if you hear any snoring near the back half of the game,
we leave that for Hoppy. Uncle Hoppy does the one falling asleep with the headset on. He's done that before.
I'll do my best to stay awake. Maybe able to hear the wind in our microphones. It's starting to get a bit blowy here up at Bago, so it's going to be fairly challenging with a bit of a crosswind. For those of you who are watching this morning, Ben McCall was giving some little tips about how this rink behaves, coming away from the car park, so towards where they're bowling. So what we've got here, we've got Matthew Stubbs playing the backhand, and what Ben was saying was that as it gets closer and closer to the bank, it whips along because the building shifts and it stops. And then there's a lot more whip from here on in, and that's what he was looking for. I think he's turned it just enough.
Carl. Yeah, premiers. I love premiers. They're a good bowl on the grass. He's called the wind's got him. Is it? Yeah, it's not releasing.
No, and I've played with Carl played against Carl for many years, and his bowls don't get a lot of turn. So if he pushes it out and it's outside, it's not coming home.
Series 16, are they?
I'm not sure.
I think it's the Series 16 premiers of the highly sought after ones.
I just had to get colour and make.
Yeah, that's what you got to go.
Didn't know how to get date stamps.
Well, you're getting used to it now. So.
Yeah. I thought I only had one job. No, I've got 5.
So it's who's holding?
I think that red
Windsor.
and blue of Jack Parker. I think Wiseman's got that one. I think it just beats the light blue of Matt Jones.
Good bowl to use though, that Matt Jones bowl. Come inside it.
Willing it on. Gets the
he's sliced it over to the red maroon bowl, which is
Scott Wills.
So Wiseman's still holding.
Yep. So 1, maybe 2 is the call from Matt Stubbs. trying to find that wide line and come under the red and blue of his lead, Jack Parker. Just a couple of feet away. They had a lovely line. So if you're watching, don't forget to send us a shout out in the live chat and we'll answer all your questions. While these two skippers are looking up at the head, just an update in grade 5, Blacktown Workers 6, Camden Rams 3, that's on 6 ends. So we've got Camden in both 4s and 5s. They had a team representative as a section winner in the grade 7s. So they've had 3 representatives. Picton at the moment are the best performed club. They won the grade 3 as a standalone section. They won that section last week, beating Blacktown Workers in a final. And they won the grade 6s this afternoon. So they've got 2 victories so far. Hazelbrook won the 7s and Campbelltown City won the grade 2s. We don't have a grade 1s because Austral, who were a grade 1 side, were unable to win that section in a multi-grade competition. So Eddie's decided that it is a backhand arrival shot, maybe trying to push it through or arrive on it.
Oh,
and the old, I don't know whether he got out of the way because we got Gary and Gary up there, so maybe he had the cattle prod.
Yeah.
And get out of the way.
It was a weird jump.
It was. Practicing his ninja moves.
Yep.
Yeah, so obviously these players aren't used to being live streamed, so they don't know the etiquette. Clearly, if you watch the Premier League or the the high-end games,
well, even the best players still do it.
Yeah, I guess it's hard to forget.
The players that are doing it all the time, you still get them just. Yeah, it can be frustrating.
Yeah.
Well, it
doesn't quite drop over.
No, breeze just getting up now. We might have a gazebo fly away on us soon.
Yep.
And there's still 2, I think I just heard.
Well, there's
no more bowls.
No, Carl's hoping for 3 bowl pairs, 3 bowl 4s, but that's not forthcoming.
2 shots.
2 shots. So Wiseman's Ferry pick up at 2. So no, we're not changing the conditions of play midstream.
I've got to wait there. I'll throw that on the gazebo.
Yep. What we saw this morning was first 5 to 7 ends were all sort of 3/4 length, and eventually Glenbrook won the mat back and went short, and that got them back into the game. But at the moment, they're all sort of playing pretty much steady 3/4 length ends. So no tactical changes at the moment. They're both pretty comfortable with how things are set up. 8-3, Blacktown lead Camden on 7 ends in the grade 5. And currently this master board has Wiseman's Ferry 10 leading Camden on 3. Jack Parker just about a metre through, just finishing a little bit behind the tee. So again, he's been playing with pretty good line. Heidi Finnerty getting an early clap from Eddie Classens. And she grabs that Jack and stays with it. So an excellent first bowl. We'll just readjust the cameras in a second. Happy's just stopping our gazebo from flying away, and then he will redirect the camera down to get you a better shot of where the Jack is. So apologies. We'll sort that out in a second. Jack Parker just trying to correct on his. If he gets the inside edge of this rolls at once. It's still 1 to Heidi and Camden at the moment. She just can play the same bowl, get the inside edge of Jack's bowl that you can see at the bottom of the screen. So she's out in a good line again. And that's 2 excellent bowls from Heidi Finnerty. Hats off from Eddie Classens. And again, just that inside run is what Andrew's looking for.
That was a trail.
So Happy's come back after he's secured gazebo, and we're just going to get a better look of where that jack is now. But two to Heidi, looking for an inside edge or a bit of a push across. Just had the right weight for connection, but dropped into the ditch.
Oh, well, we call it the cliff here, being the Highlanders.
Yes.
Off into the cliff. Off the
cliff.
Down into the Nepean.
Yeah. Well, the Nepean runs through about 16 of our 25 clubs. Okay. So that's why we put the Nepean part of it.
Nepean River.
Yeah. So that's Matt Jones pushing Heidi's bowl through. So they've got a catcher in case there's a forehand trail. So Scott Wills just trying to maybe just drop a metre, try to get an inside edge or clip one of across. And that's also gone to the
Nepean River.
The Nepean River.
The sand.
The escarpment. The Bundanoon escarpment. No beaches here, although there is a beach at the Nepean River at Penrith. I think they've created a beach with their white water rafting, and if a little trail and tuck it around the corner.
Oh, it's a nice bowl.
That's a superb shot.
High fives going around there.
So the question that Matthew Stubbs is asking is
any touches?
Any of those are touches, and the answer is 2 of those are touches. So that last blue, which is closest to the ditch, is a toucher, and one of Heidi's, I think the one, as you look at it to the right, that one on the far right, the one just in front of the jack, I think that's a toucher. So again, just trying to find that funnel under the short grey, but I think Eddie will just want Carl to sink it first. It's clearly going to be the main shot that Wiseman's got, so do it before they do.
Trying hard. Second.
Yep, stays up.
Yep.
Looking like it's 5 there.
3, 4, 5, yeah, 100%.
That bowl on the far left is Jack Parker's.
Yeah.
One of only 2 bowls that Wiseman's Ferry's got on the green. So early pressure being applied here.
Oh, that's skinny.
So Andrew Watkins 5 down. May well be 6 down after this. Camden's got every bowl on the green, and each one of them counts. I know it's a bit early, Happy, but have you got a musical sound for an 8-pin?
Well, we call that a meat pie.
A meat pie.
We call that a meat pie, and I've never had one in a 4s.
Well, we're sitting at 6 at the moment.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Well, you know, pressure.
Well,
pressure early on. Jack Parker.
Could be a first for YouTube Live Sports. A live 8.
A meat pie on a
a meat pie in a Pennant final.
Yeah, we got that sitting there. Wait.
Oh right, there it is. Okay. Andrew Watkins, 6 down. He's a confident player. He's going to be able to hit something, I think.
Well,
Not a lot of animation up at the end from.
well, his teammates haven't gave him anything, and he's cut out 1, 2, maybe. He's cut out the one on the left.
Yep, and I think he might have cut out the back green possibly. But now he can play a little bit more confidently now that he's got at least something in there.
Yeah, that's right.
So the meat pie is not coming.
It's good meat pie weather, though. Not unless he had a big snitty, though.
Yeah. Might still be a sausage roll if he picks up a 4.
Oh, comes that bowl now. Look at this coming in. Look at this coming in. Look at this coming in.
If he brings the 2 back.
Oh, little trail. Oh, he's got another toucher in there. He's moved it a little.
So black
1,
blues
2,
in.
3, 4, 5, 6. It could be 6.
So, yeah, so certainly that's certainly 5. Okay. More weight.
Okay.
He's got a big funnel to sit on.
Here we go. Here we go. Can he get contact or something?
Oh!
Well, he's took out 2.
Yeah, although
those touches.
One of those is a toucher. That light blue is a toucher. So those 2 on the right are not. They're dead bowls, but that blue in the middle is a toucher. But I don't think that is. But clearly, if Eddie Klassen, any touch of the jack brings that blue toucher in the ditch into play. So he can play with any confident weight he wants to. And they're willing it in.
Yep.
And they're willing it in.
Yep.
And another
I'm
touch.
clapping it.
Oh, wow.
Brilliant.
That is outstanding bowls from Camden. Every one of their bowls, when they delivered it, stayed on the rink.
Racking them up.
So at the moment, we had 6 it is. That's a high quality end to pick up a 6. All of them draw shots.
Yep.
None of them wicks, none of them rubs.
No, that was just a lovely weighted shot.
Yep.
Just like that.
Drawing to a ditch on a 15, 16 second tiff. Excellent quality bowls from all 4 of those players. Well done, Camden. Well, that narrows up the masterboard. It's now 13 to Wiseman's Ferry and 9 to Camden. So they had a 13-3 run before that, so that takes a big jump. Grade 5, currently Blacktown Workers 12, Camden 7, and that's on 10 ends. So a 5-shot lead early on to Workers. And the other 2 games we've got here, we've got Trevor McMahon from Wiseman's Ferry leading Gary Trick from Camden 7-1, that's on 4 ends. And Ryan Kennedy leading Rick Stats from Camden 3-1 on 4 ends. So 4 singles on that rink and a few multiples on this one. So a couple of loose starters from the leads. So Heidi just trying to adjust on weight, and she's done that pretty well.
Yep.
And that's a good correction on weight. So it's a good drawing surface, this tiff here at Bago, and with a bit of a crosswind, there will clearly be a wide hand and a narrow hand, although both are, you can trust your grass on both of them. It's a very true surface. Nathan Irvine, the greenkeeper, also the greenkeeper for Picton, so Picton had a little bit of an advantage, having very similar greens as well this morning. But Glenbrook put it up to them.
Yeah, no, it was a great game.
3 to 5 ends, and
They clawed their way back into it. It was a big gap.
yeah. The other thing happy I found out afterwards is they didn't actually realise how close they were.
Oh, really? They
Yeah.
didn't. I didn't feel like that too when they played their last bowls. They sort of just,
Yeah.
yeah, don't know.
Yeah, I'll try and get 4 or 5s.
Yeah. Oh.
No, so they they were aware what the score was, and one of them came up to me and said, "Oh, so if we won that game, what would have happened?"
You would have won it.
Yeah. Oh. Sorry, that train's gone. You've missed that boat.
Yes. Good game to watch back anyway.
Yeah, high quality bowls. So. And we've got a little bit of a step up here in from grade 6 to grade 4, and we've seen some outstanding bowls. First end and that fourth end. With a 6.
So those that back bowls are probably a mat length just behind Jack. Carl, he's just asking some questions. Oh, got the old premiers, probably about 400 years old. What we're seeing, you can use them all right.
Oh. Once we get another commentator happy, I'll go and do my homework and tell you what date stamp is on it.
No, it's all good. But we just know, the Premier Bowl, there's a Series 16, and it's like the best one they made, like just the model, and yeah.
That's probably why they don't trade them up.
Yeah, you can still see them around.
Yep. No black Henselites here. No classic 2s. No Maestros.
As I was saying before, you buy new bowls now for the colour. That's about it.
Carl setting up again, very deliberate. There's a bit of an overbalance there where he delivered it, but going for a little bit of a trot after it. Oh, he gives up the run, he gives up the trot. Doesn't quite get there before it comes to rest, but he's a senior. You're allowed to let him cop a little bit of slack. So we've got a few Glenbrook players hanging around, supporting some of the teams and players that they know. Got a lot of Camden supporters here. And Matthew Stubbs just dropping underneath the head there. So it's a couple here to Camden. We've got Blacktown Workers jumping out now to an 18-7 lead over Camden in the grade 5 final. That's a winner-take-all. That's on 12 ends. So 11 up after 12 ends. They've jumped out pretty quickly. Leading 7-2, 8-3, and 3 all. He's interested in this one on his forehand draw.
Sits it. That's number 1.
Yep, and the green makes it number 2.
Yep.
In fact, it's 3 because that grey bowl is Heidi's. So 1 each at the moment for Camden. So Andrew Watkins under pressure again after dropping a 6 with excellent draw bowls. So Eddie Classen's clearly got his draw weight very quickly, and so that will get in for at least third shot, if not second. Eddie just looking to try to take the jack away and hide it behind. He'd be happy with that.
Well, sits that last bowl. He'll be back for 3. There he is.
Done that again.
Yeah.
And gives himself a clap.
Yep.
Really. Andrew just does the same thing. He just sits on that last bowl, gets second shot. Oh, he's given it away instantly. and that was just on weight.
3 to Camden.
So 3, so 6 and a 3. Big, 2 big ends there. So certainly playing with confidence. That
just like that, they jump up to 10. So 3-10 after 5 ends on the Bago Sports scoreboard.
And that makes it Wiseman's 13, Camden 12 on 13 ends. So those 9 shots that they've just picked up is the bulk of their side score. So high Finity, early clap there from Eddie. And that just claws on to the cliff. Just clawing on. So Wiseman's Ferry need to put some pressure on early. If Heidi lets you in, you just got to jump on it.
Yeah.
Because they've just been chasing. They've been second to the jack.
Yeah.
That's the difference. All the time.
That's why they got the.
Yep. And
that's a good start. That's a good start. That's
good start.
Best bowl for a couple of ends for team Wiseman's Ferry.
Well, Heidi played forehand and now Eddie's flipped her over to play backhand. So clearly confident that she can adjust. Just play like a second straight away, but
yeah, it's
struggles. Hasn't played that hand yet, so normally you keep your lead where they start at 2 bowls and let your second and your third play all the other stuff.
That might be confidence, you know.
Yeah.
Right. Flowing, you know. We're flowing at the moment, backing you in, and here we go. It's a nice bowl here from Jack.
Yeah, so this is what you wanted. 2 shots.
Yep, that's it.
Yeah. There is a shelf, but Heidi's gone and potentially put a little blocker on that shelf, but so the backhand shelf is probably still there. There's plenty of room around that front bowl. But he's got Matt Jones playing his forehand. Get to the jack, or if you're narrow, you've got one of those 2 bowls to sit on.
He's trying hard. Is he going to get down? Well, ever he goes, he's a good little bowler.
That's a good spot.
Yep. Yep. Especially where the 2 bowlers from Jack are. They're situated in a spot where you can use them. Afford to play a little bit tight on that hand. And as this bowl's coming in, it's not too bad.
Falls over.
That's
brilliant.
3.
So makes that trail a little bit less likely to happen.
Yep.
It's a smaller gap to go through for that jack, but it can go through that hole.
A bit more of a wall though to sit.
Yeah, so he could play. Probably doesn't need a lot more weight. Just narrow it up. You can get to the jack. You can get to the second shot.
Well, here we go. He's got the weight to get there. Sneaking up. Is he going to hold up?
Just underneath it.
Yeah. Probably third. It's closer than though.
Yeah, no, Eddie, the Camden skip said that's close.
And just looking at Skip Andrew, he's like, damn it.
Yep. Okay. He said play here, then he said play here. Okay. So
he's wanting a cover, sort of a protection bowl. So I think they're holding a couple of shots.
Yeah, maybe he's hoping that he falls short and he actually sits the inside of that.
Yeah.
Doesn't really do anything.
No, I'll probably still favour that ditch side to be playing.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're going to play their hand.
Yeah, because if you've got the jack, you've got 3 catches.
Yep.
And if you're narrow, you're onto the blue.
Correct.
So
there's no danger playing that ditch side.
The only problem you've got is that if you do cut it narrow, then the jack becomes visible.
Jack goes to the left, they're in trouble.
So Carl's got Heidi's bowl.
And he's gave it a big front ender. Big
And-
front rower, smashed it up.
And Heidi's bowl drops off the cliff
Yep, down into the Nepean River.
into the Bago beach. He's still getting him to play cover shots, so he must think he's holding. Doesn't want to make the target any bigger. It does look like that Scott Wills's bowl at 6 o'clock, that maroon bowl, is number 1. Anyway, he's got cover now, so Andrew's probably happy. Oh. So he's asking for a little bit less weight, just a yard over. So under the blue, and nestle in there at the 5 o'clock position. And he's pretty close. And he's got the jack through.
Oh, brilliant.
And high tens.
Bag. Thank you very
high
much.
10.
Oh, let's watch that again on the replay.
Yeah, just skimmed his front one.
Yep.
Got the
Bang.
split. Almost got the split there. And the big
Thank you very much.
I'm Carl Zinal.
Oh, where's his bolt? It's on his way down. Here we go. Oh, he's not up. Not up. So we change over to the skips again. Poor old Andrew under the pump. But, you know,
Well, at least this time he's just got to draw.
well, that's true.
He doesn't have to play a fancy shot.
I think he's been on the pump nearly every end.
Yeah, he just has to play the first shot he learnt, which is a draw shot. Unless he learn to drive first, like most barefoot bowlers do before they
That's it.
learn the game. Andrew's far better than a barefoot bowler. He's been a high-grade player at many metropolitan clubs for many years. So I'm going to back him in. Happy on this one? Certainly needs it for a confidence. He can't be sort of 2 or 3 down again after dropping a 6 and a 3. Well, Eddie's let him in. And it's not in his way. So not a lot of animation from his teammates on the bank.
No. No, he's not going to quite reach.
No, had pretty similar weight to Eddie's last bowl, so both of them need about 2.5 feet. But no, not a lot of encouragement from his teammates. They're not exhorting him on or encouraging him that he can do it. As opposed to the lot of animation that we're seeing from Camden, high 5s, high 10s.
Yeah, absolutely.
So you got to
Lift up the
lift your team up.
lift the team up. Bring the jukebox.
Yeah, the 3 of them just watching the game. No one's clapping, no one's exhorting him.
I'll do it. Come on, Andrew. Come on, Andrew. Get it up there. Oh, he's turned his back
Turned
already.
his back and he's dropped the weight big time.
No, that's coming out probably. That's all right, mate. That's all right. Next turn.
So there's
One
a
shot. One more. So one more to Camden.
Camden, yep. So this side is the one that's keeping them in the game because the masterboard currently on that second team, Trevor McMahon from Wiseman's Ferry is leading Gary Trick 10-1. So we've got 3-11 in the favour of Camden. We've got 10-1 in the favour of Wiseman's Ferry. And on the third rink, they're keeping it as 1 shot an end. So it's Wiseman's Ferry 3, Camden 2. That's Ryan Kennedy on 3, Rick Stats on 2, and that's on 5 ends. Grade 5 currently, Blacktown Workers 21, lead Camden 11 on 15 ends. So Wiseman's Ferry leading 16-14, and Eddie Classen's got 11 of those 14 shots. So
Yeah, and that's a nice start there from Heidi. straight away. Putting the ball in the area.
Yeah, it's a better start from Jack.
Yeah, Jack's on it. On the Jack.
Yeah, and see, last end, he got Heidi to change a hand when there was a Jack high bowl to sit. Now he's kept her on the backhand.
Yeah, gave her an opportunity. And again, that's good. That's good. Something to work with, and we can see that the Jack, he's moving. Not literally, Jack's on the mat. Playing down open side. Line's good to there.
Yep, hoping for the big swing with the wind.
Here she comes. Yeah, it's around the back there. It's a good bowl. One on, one around the back, one just behind.
Yep.
Perfect lead bowls.
Yeah, possibility of Jack being slid down there. Matt Jones from Camden being asked to play the forehand, sit the shot bowl. Get another second. Yep, Eddie's happy early.
Comes in near the white knee. The right knee, and it's okay there.
Yep, so Andrew's getting them to play the same shot. So
draw to beat Heidi's bowl.
Yep. He knows what Camden are doing, so get to it first, and if you don't play the trail, you get to Heidi's bowl behind. If you can get that gap between Jack and Heidi and finish at about 6 or 7 o'clock, that would be ideal. Second chance here for Matt Jones. Have the right weight for the shot, and just has to bring it in a little bit. Probably just over-correcting, and that's going to run underneath.
Just didn't quite let it out.
Yeah,
probably that one.
And that's half a teapot. He's got one hand on his hip, not two hands on his hip, so disappointed with execution there. Scott Wills. He's got his red line XLs. Expect a lot of turn out of these. And that's in. It just falls forward, so makes the pathway a little bit harder and forces Eddie to make Carl change to his backhand. Again, Carl's got old premiers, but they do tend to behave in a fairly narrow way.
Yeah, not that narrow.
Not that narrow. So this is the loosest end we've seen so far from the Camden quartet. And maybe this is the switch that we need. And we'll just see what, if they do hold on to this, what length they're going to play next. Because Camden's clearly been solid on the 3/4 to longer ends. So we may well see a change. So a fair bit of swoop that comes, but
they're all just sort of staying out there, aren't they, at the moment? Yeah. They're just not quite, they're giving it that bit of length, like bit of width there with that breeze.
Yeah, I think they're just a bit worried about cutting the head and springing the Jack straight down the line, so they're playing on a very conservative, wider line. Whereas Camden are playing the more aggressive. Oh, this is a change to the forehand, so gets him to play backhand first and forehand second.
Yeah, look at that. That's finishing a pretty tidy home there.
So he had
let's give him something to work with.
He had a 2 or 3 stride trot and then he stopped.
Yeah, he realised that was not going where he wanted it.
Yeah, doesn't want to pull a hamstring early in the game. So Matthew Stubbs trying to make it 3.
Speaking of games, the Titans are playing the Bulldogs, and it's the Bulldogs. They're up 6-0 after 8 minutes. For those Blacktown, they're not Bulldogs, are they? Where's Bulldogs?
Canterbury Bankstown.
Auburn.
Yeah, so
it's
outside.
not our territory.
We've only got Penrith as a NRL team, and occasionally West Tigers come to Campbelltown as a home game.
Yeah, Campbelltown curse. We're cursed there.
Are you a Tiger supporter?
Yeah, I am. I'm not used to having 5 wins a year.
Yeah, so we got so Parramatta's outside of our region.
Yeah, we don't like Parramatta.
It's Sydney Northwest.
How are the Tigers? Okay, well he realised that he's standing right and lost.
Yeah, he's got the ninja or the sumo stance. Steps away. Again, once we find another commentator, I can show him where to stand.
It's all right. We'll just yell out to him when he walks past.
Yeah. Now we need those little X's that they have on stage for where you stand.
It's an idea. I used to write on the green. I've written down with chalk.
Yeah.
Move camera on the centre line.
All right.
It worked well, but it just wasn't a good look. You're watching the game and you see his move camera. But it worked.
Yeah.
Here we go. He's going back over there.
Doing again. Yeah.
Carl, get out of the way.
All right, so we're going to have to hook a cattle prod into him. So it's looking like 2. So he's again a good chance for Andrew. He's got to add another one. What we saw this morning was that
Michael.
The Glenbrook skip had a number of opportunities of adding to counts and failed to do so.
And he needs a little Virat.
Here comes a Virat Kohli.
Oh, it's a massive one.
The double Virat Kohli.
That is a massive shoulder charge and in for 3.
And he gets 3 on the Virat Kohli shoulder charge.
That's a bit of a pickup there. It's a good pickup. That's a little bit fortunate, but, that brings him up to 6. 6-11 after 7.
The old sin bin potentially for that shoulder charge.
Yeah.
So is there going to be a change in length? Well, they're kicking the bowls all the way back, so we're going to start with the mat on the tee. And we're looking at potentially maybe anything behind him. So he's hoping for a tee to tee. You'll be happy for a 2 metre short, but the mat is back on the tee. So this is gone to the escarpment.
Yeah.
That is out of here. And now what will Camden do? Heidi walking a fair way up the green. And so is Eddie. So are we going to see
Shortish.
a short?
I like to call it a half quarter.
Yep.
Yep, she's coming up. So
In the old end of the line.
It's not a short end and it's not a 3/4, it's a half quarter.
The half quarter. The 5/8.
That's it. In the middle of that.
7/16.
Yeah, that's getting too complicated.
Half a chain. A cubit.
No idea what you're talking about.
All right. So
as that saying is, keep it simple, stupid.
this is the first sort of significant length change. So Jack Parker, having thrown that jack from ditch to ditch, needs to atone for that sin. So again, finds his line. This is the first time the mat's been up that far. So first job done, find your line. Second job, find your weight.
So Heidi using the aerodynamic. Jack have a lead. He's using a Hanselite XG. So dynamic XG. Let's have a look at see if we can pick up the difference in the lines. The XG bends later. The dynamic, they bend earlier. So they'll start turning down the middle of the green, where the XGs really turn late in that last 3/4.
So just this metre around the jack, front and back.
That's looking good to there. It's just a matter of
she creeps
up.
past.
Yeah.
Good weight correction for Heidi. So
it's number 1.
Yeah. So grade 5, Blacktown Workers holding that lead of 11 shots. They're leading 25-14 over Camden after 19 ends. They only scraped in by winning their section on the last couple of bowls, and there's a good reply from Scott Wills. Comes inside, trails that Jack back, and holds 1 at the moment. Open draw for Matt Jones. He's got Taylor SRs. These are the easiest ones to find. The bright blues.
Yeah, sky blues. I like the colour. It looks great on camera. And it looks great because it's a great bowl as well. And he's got a bit of chalk as well.
Yeah, the thing that's going to happen soon, Happy, is when the sun goes down, that back end from which they're bowling starts to go into complete shade.
Snow comes in.
So now the snow doesn't come in. not up here, not in Bago. Barrel.
Half an hour down the road.
Yeah. Taralga, yes. Bundernoon, Robertson occasionally. Barrel every now and then, but certainly less than it used to be. Climate change is real, and it's all getting warmer.
I don't mind that.
Bit by bit.
I don't mind that.
But the cane toads keep coming further and further south as well. That's the only problem. Yeah, if you're living in a cold climate, it's fine. if you're living in Queensland, hard work. So Matthew Stubbs just running past. So currently 1 to Wisemans. Wisemans Ferry leading 20 to 18. So this is a tale of 2 rinks at the moment. We've got Eddie Classens leading 11-6, and we've got Trevor McMahon from Wisemans Ferry leading, again, the old get in the way of the scoreboard curse.
Yes. It's
I think it's 10-3. You can just see it now that Carl's moved. So 10-3 to Trevor McMahon. And Kennedy and Stats 4 all on 7. So still 1 here to Wiseman's Ferry. Matthew Stubbs just needs to drop a metre. Pretty much the same weight as his first one. Camden picks up a 2, and that closes the big board now to a tie, 20 all. That's on the McMahon trick rink. And Carl Zeinel has drawn it cold, and that's a 1. So Andrew's got an opportunity or a decision to make whether he plays his forehand under those short ones to get to the short one, or whether he trusts that he's got a narrow bowl on a narrower side and trails the jack back to his sky blue catcher. Early decision made, and it's the latter. He's trying the backhand of a left-hander, trying to get underneath Carl Zeinel's bowl. And it's getting under, and it's getting under, and it's getting to the jack, and that's a superb shot. That's a superb dead draw bowl. Yep.
Only thing is, any crack on it, you've got that light blue bowl just sitting behind there of Matty Jones. Little leg crack. Matty Jones is sitting just behind.
Yeah, it's just an arrival shot here for Eddie, because if he goes too big, he'll be a couple down.
Well, he's pretty close here. He's very close. He's got a little bit of it.
Oh,
no, he's just missed it by a talio paper. That was close. Wow. Let's have a look again how close that was on the
so if you
spec check replay.
If you ask him to play that shot and just sit the blue bowl, but don't touch the shot bowl, he can never do it.
No.
Andrew Watkins trying to do the same.
He's wide. Here he comes now. He's starting to come in. Has he got the speed to get up there? No, he hasn't.
maybe that's in Eddie's line. It looks like it would probably be in the same line as his previous one. So what he's trying to do now is either get the green onto it, or he's going to try to play under it. So now those bowls at 6 o'clock belong to him. He's got the purple and the mauvey one, and that light blue at about 4:30 belongs to Wiseman's Ferry. So a little crack and egg on the backhand brings the jack straight down the line to his 2. So decision made, action time.
Looks like he's laying down backhand.
Going for the backhand crack and egg.
Well, that breeze is starting to blow.
And that turned it across pretty
that's
quickly.
his own.
No, it's Andrew's.
Oh, yes.
That might be 2. And it is 2. So a little bit of luck there for Wiseman's Ferry, but you put your bowls in the head and they get hit, then you've got a chance. So currently Trevor McMahon leading Gary Trick 10-5, 4-all in the Ryan Kennedy Rick stats. And here it's an 11-8 lead to Eddie Classens from Camden on 8 ends. For those who've joined a bit later, Eddie got consecutive 6 and then a 3 to make the bulk of that 11. And the score is now 22-20. Wiseman's Ferry over Camden on 23 ends in this final winner-take-all Grade 4 championship. In the Grade 5s, Blacktown Workers 30 lead Camden 14 on 21 ends.
Well, this is where it starts. And Jack has been getting his bowls pretty close now, so that's sort of why they've gotten back into it.
Yeah, and he's found that wider draw on the roadside now. He's
a bit easier.
Stayed on that one. Heidi's played a few on both sides of the rink. Eddie's been moving a hand a bit, so having less chance to get steady into a particular groove. But a good
start. That's a great start from Heidi.
Yeah, it's an excellent shot. So first time for Jack to change his hand now.
Okay.
So Andrew's interested.
Speed's good.
Just needs to hold
effort.
on, but good bowl on the head.
Oh, swapping her over again.
So both leads have played one forehand and one backhand on this one. That's the modern world.
Oh, okay. She's skinny. How far though?
Again, that wider hand is just finding her out. It probably is still a backhand under that. It's actually a pretty good guide for Scott.
Yeah.
Although Andrew's saying your red line XLs are probably not going to get under that. So forehand just trying to arrive on a shot or on the jack.
He's pretty close here, Scotty. Another good bowl down.
And excellent shot. Gets it back to a blue bowl, which is actually a blue and red bowl of Jack Parker. So you can see the red from this angle, and the blue from the other angle.
Yeah, this way. Blue. I've been caught out so many times going, oh, that's the wrong bowl.
Yeah.
Oh.
And for anybody who's red-green colourblind,
good luck.
Yeah, it's a Wiseman's Ferry bowl.
Yeah.
Again, sits on the inside, drops over, 1 to Matt Jones. So tit for tat here.
Yeah.
This is what you want. You want every shot to be changing between every position. So you want the skips to be, so the leads and seconds to be fighting over shot and all the way through. Again, commentator's curse.
Cuts it under.
So again, trying to get Matt Jones to play a similar shot. Arrive on the Jack Parker bowl, which is second shot, stay for 2. He's got Heidi's bowl down the line in case the Jack moves. And Eddie Klassens has been watching Carl Zeinel to get in the way of a camera. And that's a great shot.
Can you do me a favour? Can you give him another ramming?
So we've sent our bouncer across to get the skippers to behave. No one says no to Tanya Kelly. So we expect an improvement in their behaviour from here on in. Little split shot here. That bowl straight down the line where Andrew's foot is. That bowl belongs to Jack. But he's missed that line. Still got another one. Matthew Stubbs. So. And Eddie's seeing the danger already, so he wanted some cover from Carl. So the winner of this Grade 4 will go to either Wagga Rules or Wagga RSL. And the Grade 5s will go to either Cabramatta or Mount Lewis. They are the host clubs for those 2 events at the state finals coming up later in June. At the moment, Blacktown Workers have a 17-shot lead after 22 ends. They're leading 31-14 over Camden. And here we've had the first time Camden take the lead, and unlucky there,
wow,
just going through that hole.
That's how they get through there. How do these get through there?
One more size.
Having a look here. What's this?
Almost got the bang bang. Just misses everything. And Eddie Klassens puts his hand on his head in a disbelief.
Oh, how did that happen?
Yeah. Yet again, if you ask him to play that shot, he wouldn't do it in a month of Sundays. Or a year of Sundays, actually. It's a pretty tough shot to play. So it's probably 2 here to Camden. With those 2 light blue bowls, those sky blue bowls of Matt Jones. That beautiful little trail with his second. So that middle rink where Trevor McMahon was out to a 10-1 lead is now a 10-7 lead. So Gary Trix added 6 unanswered points, and that's why Camden has now taken a lead on the masterboard. Andrew Watkins looking to play a similar arrival shot. And that was his bowl, or his teammate's bowl of Jack Parker that's come up. So it's only 1 down now. So Eddie just trying to draw under Andrew's bowl. Yeah, it's good weight. So, wonder if they're looking at a bit of a cannon shot here. No, I think he said maybe we're 2 down. I think I might have heard Matthew say that. So, wanting to play through the shot bowl, get the slice of the jack. It might be 1 down. So it's a left-hand backhand that Andrew's setting up for. Doesn't look like there's a lot of weight for a conversion with that. Just been a little bit careless on some of those weighted shots. Whoops. So Carl tread over someone's bowl. They've just gone and replaced it somewhere. So Eddie just trying to adjust on his weight. Gets underneath Andrew's bowl to the jack. There's a few cheers happening and just probably dropped short. So again, two it is.
2 to Camden.
So the big board tide is changing here with Gary Trick picking up a few shots. Rick Stats now leading 6-4, and Eddie Classen's now leading 13-8. So there's a bit of movement on all three rinks now. So that early lead from Wiseman's Ferry when it was like 10-3, they're now trailing 22-26 on 26 ends. Blacktown Workers holding a 16-shot lead, 31-15 on 23 ends. But those of you who've been watching this weekend, that means nothing. There's plenty of swings that have been happening over the last couple of days. Some big early leads can evaporate pretty quickly.
We saw that in the last game, this morning's final.
Yeah, Camden, Picton got out to about a 24-shot lead. And they just got pegged back and almost lost it on a couple of rink wings.
Front all game and almost went down in the last ends. As we see.
So Jack's favouring just playing backhand around the clock. And that's going to just stop before disappearing into the ditch. So Heidi's been pretty good at correcting on her weight if heavy on her first, so Eddie likes it already.
I love how Heidi holds her hand up. She holds it up halfway down, 3/4 down, and look at this, beautiful bowl. I think she knew it was good when she let it out.
Yeah.
Just held it to the line, held a delivery.
Yeah. And proved me right when I said that she could correct on her weight if heavy with her first. Let's see if Jack can do the same.
It's all on his speed. I think he's still quick.
Yep, and that's also just hanging on the edge. So no real correction on weight as opposed to Heidi, who dropped that 6 feet.
Last time we sort of come this way with the jack going right back at the tee there, Camden picked up a 6.
Yeah. And that was with a couple of little 1-foot trails.
Yes, and
with that sort of weight. So yeah, so he gets back to the tee, covers and counts.
It's a fairly shortish end. It's a half-quarter length.
Similar to last time when they did drop the 6, they just kept sailing through 6 feet, 6 feet, 4 feet, drop in the ditch. So Camden's finding this weight much quicker than Wiseman's Ferry have been. Another counter.
Yep.
Still, nothing's close for second, so I think that's what Wiseman's got to do first. Just get a second in, let their third and the skip have a bit of a chance.
Oh, Stubbsy needs a bowl here. He'll be going to get a stubby, I'll tell you. And he's trying. Pulls up. No. Off you go.
Yeah.
Go and get a bar.
This morning we had peach-coloured bowls, and Ailsa was playing peaches. Stubby's playing stubbies at the moment. One to Wiseman's Ferry on the McMahon rink. Carl just adding to the count. So this pressure is squeeze is slowly happening.
Yeah, your lead's not getting on it. You need your second to step up. And unfortunately for Wiseman's Park, Hasn't happened here, so we're down to Stubbsy, and well, didn't happen.
Yeah, so now he's got to get. No. So until they can get a good third shot, they really can't do much. They're 4 down at the moment, maybe 5. And your 6-shot prophecy, Happy, might be coming true again.
Well, the Camden shirt looks good, but we'd like to see the bowls. They're all scooting past. I mean, it might be a little bit quicker there, maybe, if it's just going there, you know what I mean? It's just seems to be running on, so come on, Stubbsy. See what you can do with your Super Tenzi.
Yeah. Because the greenkeeper did not roll it between the morning game and the afternoon game, so.
Here we go. What's his speed? Is he going to get up?
It's a big.
No, he's short.
So it's certainly almost 6. So we might be, again, in meat pie territory.
No, they've got that red bowl, the maroon bowl there. 1, 2, 3, it's probably 4.
Oh, yeah, there is a maroon bowl, so it's only, yep, I'm sorry, it's only 3 or 4, yep. Getting excited for a meat pie.
So what survey are you going to on the way home to get your meat pie? You don't get them very often in 4s, that's why they're something special.
Yeah.
Do they do an 8-pin?
Not anymore.
Not anymore?
I haven't seen it for a long, long time.
Yeah.
I have got one.
You got one?
Yeah, got one in a district final. Actually, in a zone final. We got an 8 on the second or third end. We were playing at Campbelltown. I can't remember who we were playing, but I do have one at home.
So the call is the sky blue bowl on the right of Matty Jones's bowl.
It's probably sensible just playing the other side, not giving him anything to sit on.
Yeah, well, beat that. He done what he was asked, and he's drawn in for third shot. Great bowl again.
So Andrew
under the pump.
Yeah, so he's trying to sit on that shelf.
3, 4, 5. He's 5 down. He's 5 down.
He's trying to play with dead draw weight. And
he's got a big front ender. He's come in. He's got 4th shot. So
yeah, so he's cut that down now, I think, to 3. So a fair bit of luck, but now he can play a little bit more aggressively if he wants to. Play a little bit of swing weight, stay in the head.
Yep.
And Eddie gets another one in there, so it's back to 4. Two excellent bowls, reproducing his first with his second.
Well, he's converting, isn't he, Eddie? He's playing some big bowls with his draw bowls.
Yeah, so he's making it count when he gets a chance to add.
This is close.
Andrew's close. He's liking this. He's got connection.
Oh, and where's it going? It's going back.
There's Jack's bowl back there. Jack and
the
Heidi.
red, yep.
Jack and Heidi are back there. So
couple of shots.
I think it's
That's
probably
it. Well,
just the one.
Well, that left him. He's a big bowl there. He's 4 down.
That was a big bowl. Really brave shot.
Bang. Jack goes back.
And what was that?
1.
1 it was. So Heidi's grey bowl was the second shot there. So big conversion, 4 down to 1 up. That keeps them in it. That would have blown out a big board lead to almost double digits. At the moment, Camden 28, Wiseman's Ferry 24 on 29 ends. As you can see on this rink, it's Eddie Klassen 13 and Andrew Watkins from Wiseman's Ferry on 9. The other 2 games, we've got Wiseman's Ferry, Trevor McMahon leading Gary Trick 11-7. But Ryan Kennedy from Wiseman's Ferry is trailing Rick Stats 4-8. So +4, +4, and -4. So that's a 4-shot difference on the big board. A little bit of a closure of the big board in the grade 5s. Blacktown Workers 35, Camden 22 on 27 ends. So that used to be a 17-shot lead. Now it's down to 13.
So they love going past, beeping the horn.
Yep, they like saying hello.
It's great.
Yeah. And for those of you who didn't hear the morning thing, we've got track work here this weekend. So the freight trains that go past for about a minute or two are not coming this weekend. So we've got
what a shame.
We've got a train-free weekend. Buses replace trains on the Bago line. So the shade is coming in now. So
does that line go to Canberra?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. So it comes through Tamor, or Picton, Tamor, Bago, Yerrinbull, Mittagong, Bowral, Burradoo, Moss Vale.
Next stop
Moss Vale, and then it goes down to Bundanoon, Tallong, Penrose, Goulburn, and then on to Canberra. So we've got the intercity ones, and we've also got some suburban ones, Southern Highlands line. In the days before work from home, everybody used to work on the train. Take the train into Sydney. They'd change it, Macarthur or Campbelltown, get the train into Sydney, do all the work on there on the train. Everyone stays at home.
Heidi holding a shot, so she's again put down a very good bowl. Fortunately for Jack, he just got his weight, but he couldn't get his line. There is a breeze blowing left to right of screen, but really it's not really affecting the bowls that much.
No, it's surprising because it's whipping across and it's quite gusty.
So that's why you see him going out that wide.
They're expecting it to come home, but it's not yet.
That's right. It's doing nothing.
Yeah. And again, this the shade on the grass may well slow it down, but
yeah,
Scott Wills just running through. So 2 at the moment to Camden. All the lucky players and spectators are in the sun. We're sitting here under a gazebo.
You're in a t-shirt. I've got a jumper on. I'm cold.
I'm a local, happy.
You're acclimatised.
Single digits is when the jacket comes out.
I feel like it's single digits.
What are we at the moment?
Currently 22 degrees and sunny. Says my computer.
Yeah. My phone says Bago 19.
Let's got that. We just need old mate and the Rams to move over a bit. Eddie.
All right. That's about the 5th warning they've had.
Well,
we need to put this in the condition to play.
Steady Eddie. Maybe standing so steady keeps that up.
Carl just dropping short. So Scott missing his line with his second bowl. Stubbsy trying to find that line under the blue, get to the shot. Can't afford to trail it. He's got the maroon bowl of Scott Wills behind. So confident draw. And this is on a good line. Andrew's clapping it already.
Yep. Good to there. That's
just
a
the
handy
old
bowl. That's a handy bowl just in front.
Yeah, probably doesn't
half
beat
a mat. Second shot, I think. Sky blue.
Probably does beat the back grey of Heidi's. So Carl trying to just add a metre to his last.
So 24, 28 on the master board. Watkins 9. Klassen 13.
Yeah. So just a reminder for people joining us late, this is just a one-game shootout. So it's winner takes all. So you win the masterboard, you win the you win the flag. If you happen to tie the masterboard, then it'll go down to rinks. So it's just like normal home and away pennants. There's 10 shots on offer, 3 points for each for a rink win, and 7 for the masterboard. In the 6s and 7s, we played a round robin where we had 3 games, and that often came down to wins and margin, or wins and rinks.
He's close here. He rolls his own up. Rolls his own up. Bang! He's done it.
And he
he's got the shot.
Got the shot. Excellent bit of weight control there from Andrew. That'll give him some confidence. Again, not a lot of exultation from his teammates. Don't think he even got a clap from them, did he?
It's a tough school. A tough school over there at Wiseman's Park. Wiseman's Ferry, sorry.
Maybe they just expect that all the time.
Yeah.
So what? Yeah, he does it every day.
Yeah. Well,
Eddie Klassen just on the high side this time. But that was Carl's coming in. Something similar. He turns his green and yellow over. Same shot. Be pretty hard to get the green and yellow onto the jack across to Heidi's. I think that other bowl's going to get in the way of that, so pretty unlikely. So you can just play another confident overdraw.
Yeah, Heidi's bowl's 6 inches behind jack.
Yeah, it's going to be hard to get to. I think
shot bowl's probably 5.5 in front. So
yeah, I think he just one roll on his front bowl. Make sure of 2. I can't see that he's going to be able to get to Heidi's back one. But bowls proves me wrong all the time. He's on a higher line.
The line's good.
Just has to duck underneath Carl's. Didn't have weight to do any harm. And Eddie Klassen has 1 bowl left. So they're also now talking about a backhand shot, potentially inside edge of Carl's green at 3 o'clock. That might be what they're talking about. There's not much else on the on his forehand. If he does happen to get a clear run, then he does have a path to the jack. So I think Carl got the get out of the way sign, and he's moved across very quickly.
Let's not jinx it. Let's not jinx him. Ball hasn't left a hand yet.
Yeah, no, so I think if he thinks that it's on its way and it's close, he's going to get in the way. So get ready for a camera change. No, there's no. He's a bit interested. No, he's not.
He's close, is he?
We may well do the shot that Andrew wanted. I know, but I think he's followed through and got second shot.
Yeah, no change. It's going to be one shot.
It's just a 1. Yep.
Wiseman's Ferry.
Yep.
And Wiseman pick up the 1 there. So they'll go into double figures. They'll go to 10. 11 ends. And Klassen is 13.
Yep. So Trevor McMahon from Wiseman's Ferry, 11, leading Gary Trick, 8. And Ryan Kennedy from Wiseman's Ferry, 4, trailing Rick Stats, 9. And that's on 11 ends and 10 ends respectively. Grade 5, Blacktown Workers hold a 14-shot lead over Camden, 36-22, and that's on 29 ends. And here Camden hold a 5-shot lead over Wiseman's Ferry, 30-25 on 32 ends. So Wiseman's Ferry got out to a 10-2, 11-2 lead. And Camden's accelerated and doubled the scores over the last couple of ends. So in grade 5, Camden picked up a 4 to cut that lead to 10 now. 36-26 to the Workers from Blacktown. Again, better start from Jack Parker with just a couple of feet. Heidi, for the first time in a while, pulls up short with the first. Nothing special about this length. It's just a bit over 3/4. So Jack's back in the shadows. Sorry, Matt's back in the shadows. Jack's out in the sun. Also going backhand, forehand.
Hasn't sent it. No, Heidi only needs a yard and a bit. Should be all over it. Playing pretty well. Sometimes being in the shadow can be a little bit deceptive with your weight.
So one of these sort of awkward heads where from the mat it looks like everything's in your way.
Anyway.
But really nothing's in your way with the way this green's drawing. So you can draw around that grey on your backhand. Clearly it's a bit easier on your forehand. Well, you've got more room at least on your forehand.
Yeah, well, that's true. This bowl's about to come down. Crashes into the front bowl because Stephen said there's nothing really in the way there.
Yeah, if you get your line and length right, nothing's ever in your way. Yeah, the old one bowl on the green and that's the thing you hit. And Matt Jones trying to get around it, and that's how you do it.
Yeah.
Told you could do it, Happy.
Left it open. Left it open, and he's played it. Great bowl.
Yeah, that was it. There was.
And it's probably the difference in the game that Camden's just been a bit more consistent. I mean,
yeah.
Wiseman's hanging in there.
Yeah.
They're still hanging in there, but consistency-wise.
Yeah, there's been more good bowls per end played by Camden than Wiseman's Ferry at the moment. They're just getting a few more in there.
Around the head.
Wiseman's Ferries might be getting 1 or 2. Camden's getting 3, 4, sometimes 6. And that pressure is going to build. And this is the shot he should have been playing first time.
Yeah, and that's a very good effort.
So a couple of seconds there, so there is a little bit of an opportunity if he wants to have a little bit of a run to the jack and trail it, or a run to the blue bowl. Oh, okay. So we've got Matt Jones just reaching behind. Won't go astray there whilst the whilst there's potentially a trail. So we've got Matthew Stubbs now from Wiseman's Ferry, trying to find a pathway under this bowl or around this bowl. I think with that weight, it's actually under that bowl of Heidi's. You know, he's got 3 catches there, so I think he's just got to play under it, get to the blue, get to the jack. So Carl's just trying to get to that bowl where Eddie's got his left foot. That bowl of Jack Parker is second shot. Maybe not. So he's trying to get him to draw. I would think a little bit of niggle weight underneath it, and if he hits Heidi's bowl, it's out of the way, and then Andrew's got a clear look at it. So it's a pretty difficult dead draw.
As I was saying earlier,
And now he's potentially...
That is the turning hand, that hand.
Yeah.
Benny was letting us know earlier.
Yeah.
Sort of wind comes off the building. Thank you so much. Groundwater delivery.
So I think Andrew now has to play weight to that blue. His dead draw to the jack is probably closed off now. And he's got 3 in the catching pen. Carl Zinal just trying to get underneath this to jack. He's got a little rub, and he's done that. And that looks like it's 2.
Yep. Green snuck in.
So I can't see Andrew's got a very easy draw on his backhand along the ditch. I would have liked to have seen him have Matthew Stubbs just playing a little bit of weight, get to that blue. He had 3 seconds before that last bowl. And he can try to fiddle around with draw weight and not do much. So I think he's should start to play with a little bit of aggression.
Well, he's having a search. He's going to be just missing.
Yeah. So potentially a bowl too late. That might have been one of the shots for Stubbsy to play. But anyway, Andrew's seen it. He likes the shot, so he's confident to play it. And he's been pretty reliable on his draw weight, so I would think that one of these two is going to add to the count.
Yeah.
And yep, back door, Carl says, so that looks like it's a 3. Oh, now he's, what's he calling him up, is he?
Yeah, he's going to come and have a look. I think Stubbsy's saying go again.
Yeah.
May as well, that's it. You might take one out.
Yeah, that's what Andrew said, was it? May as well.
May as well.
Yep.
Got the... Only thing is, best... Well, kill it. We haven't had any bonus ends today. Not one dead end all day, so...
No, we haven't, yeah. And it's 1-all at the front in case the jack goes forward. So.
Last game I did was it last weekend? I've done that many. I can't remember the Platinum League game.
Oh, yeah.
It was about 7 dead ends.
7.
Yeah.
Put your overtime check in.
Shannon McElroy was taking on the TV rink. Shannon McElroy was playing... can't recall. Oh, Jay Bruce.
Oh, he's got better weight on this one.
Close this time.
Get out of the way, Carl.
Oh, it's going forward.
I said there was one each at the front.
Oh, he wins it.
Oh, actually,
he got the result going forward. Hey, who said short bowls are no good? Watch this again. Watch this again. Short bowls.
Oh, yep, he listened to us, got out of the way. There we are.
Going up to that front.
And I think that maroon bowler, Scott Wills.
Matty Stubbs, isn't it? Oh no, the grey bowl. That's
the grey bowl's
Heidi's.
The grey bowl's Heidi's. That's one. But I think it's the
maroon.
the maroon bowler, Scott.
Oh, I'm liking Heidi's.
Yeah, well, I thought Stubbsy put his finger up to say we're holding shot. But anyway, he's not 3 down anymore at least, so he didn't make a change. And Eddie Klassen just missing out. Beautiful weight. So now it's 1, and that's all there is. I don't think 1 it is. So good shot there from Andrew Watkins. He was 3 down and he's 1 up. Got the jack onto the back shot bowl and ricocheted it forward. And on a good quick green, jack's travel fairway forward. So
puts them to 11, 13.
Yeah, so
after
it's
12
now,
ends.
So it's now a 5-shot difference on the master board. Camden 32, Wiseman's Ferry 27 on 35 ends. So we're past a halfway stage. That's all gone pretty quickly. And in grade 5, Blacktown Workers 40, leading Camden 30. And that's on 33 ends. So both games about half over. So all moving at a pretty good pace, even though there's a fair bit of discussion between the skips and the thirds and people walking up to the head. But they're all still playing at a pretty good clip. So there's Jack making sure he reaches with his first. So again, if you're watching us online, you can see there are about 69, 70 people. Put something in the chat. Say good day to us. We'll answer any questions that you've got.
Let us know where you're watching from.
Tell us who you're barracking for.
That's it.
Jack Parker playing his backhand. He's had this line pretty good the last 4 or 5 ends. And yet again, he's gone and corrected well on his weight. So a couple of feet. Heidi again has been able to pull back her weight well when she's been heavy with the first. So we'll see if that continues.
Got a great delivery. She holds it so well too.
Gets down low, stays down.
Holds it.
And yet again, yep, she's pulled that weight back. So
Yep.
it's been the hallmark of her game so far. She's been able to correct well with the second bowl if the first one goes astray. This morning, if you want to watch the replay and watch good old Charlie Harris from Picton, he was just
sensational.
Relentless red bowls on the jack all day.
It was bowler of the mat, that's for sure.
Yep. Yeah, Picton picked a 3/4 length and stuck to it. Scott Wills just missing that line with his red lines.
This is the difference. You know, leave that open, the Sky Blues will come in and Matty Jones has been taking these opportunities. And as we say that, he's out there.
Yeah, although Eddie liked it when it left the hands.
They're just getting stuck out there. You go out there too far, they're not coming in.
Yeah, so that one did stick, and so again maybe that's the shadows now. Maybe he's just losing a little bit of the draw. So Scott Wills trying to correct on that grass, hold that weight. So there's often been opportunities of a pretty open jack, and more often than not, Camden have been the ones to capitalise on that and jump on it. Again, just holding out there. So again, maybe the Ben McCall wind socket is holding them out. As Ben was saying, from the bottom right of your screen, that's where the wind seems to come across. So they whip across at the end. So maybe those two blue bowls of Matt Jones got held up in the
I think
Ben McCall.
It was just the fact that I said Matt Jones has been taken. Yeah,
I'm going to blame Benny, not you, Happy.
Oh, okay.
And now the Ben McCall Zephyr coming in from the bottom right of the screen. Carl Zinal, he's found this line.
Yeah, great bowl.
And there it goes again. Camden get there first. So they're just leaving those opportunities open, and Camden is a solid team, and you're just giving them open draws and they're just getting ahead of you. So you're always chasing the game. So Subsy missing his line again. So as you said before, just a few more levels of consistency. There's more bowls in the head more often.
And that's the difference.
So Carl played a good bowl with his forehand. Now he's playing his backhand. So Eddie's keeping them all guessing. Just proves that he can do it.
Yeah, he's played another good bowl.
Yeah, Carl Zinal, Superman.
Well played.
2 good bowls.
Very well played.
So 3 at the moment to Camden, unless that front red beats the back grey.
Got no idea.
Well, in 4 bowls' time, we'll find out. So Andrew Watkins played a good conversion shot last time, so his confidence should be up. He's just got to make a good, and he played a couple of good weighted bowls coming this way last time. So his confidence is lifting. Just now needs a good dead draw to hold all the shots. And pumps that forward, and now...
That's his own bowl up for shot.
A little bit of luck there, because he was sort of narrow on that, but again, just needs a good confident weight bowl to draw a second shot, and then we might sort of see a shift in Wiseman's Ferry. Yeah, these small clubs, they've got the same players year after year, so they know each other.
Yep.
So probably don't need a lot of talk. They know the shots that they're going to play. Yep. Pretty clear call there from Matthew Stubbs. Holding one, get to this bowl. Got a few one-side clubs in here. We've got Taralga, Robertson, Undernoon Barrel have all got one side. Camden RSL got one side. I think Pitt Town, Wiseman's Ferry. So we've got a few
close
small clubs.
Played a pretty good bowl. That's a great bowl.
That's what he needed.
Got a great bowl.
Good bowl with dead draw weight to give him his confidence now. So he can play a conversion, he can play a draw.
Well,
he's hopefully going to get up now. But again, good split. This will look good from the mat for Eddie on a forehand arrival shot.
Absolutely.
The bikers are coming past on the highway. Dropped in to have a look at the bowls.
Here we go.
Firing
Hits
off
the
the
red.
Harleys, and that's a brilliant shot.
For 3.
3 shots.
Great bowl. Brilliant.
So, as I said, it looked enticing from the mat, and then he played it, and he's doffed the hat.
Yeah, definitely watch this again.
That's a beautiful shot.
Boom.
Arrive, bang, 2 catches. That's beautiful.
Remember that one. 3 shots. That's a bomb. That was a Desi Dazzler, that one. Desi Dazzler.
So, well, remember the time. 1 hour and 53 minutes.
3:01 p.m. A Desi Dazzler coming.
Desi Dazzler, and into the escarpment it goes, down the beach.
Klassen goes to 16, just like that.
So, Heidi, rush of blood, throws the jack in the pit.
A lot of adrenaline from that last bowl.
Will we see any change? And I don't know. No, Andrew's just standing on the bank, not saying where to throw it. So Jack just doing his own thing. Or maybe there was that extrasensory communication. They just knew what they were doing, and he just does it. So we're pretty close to T here. Certainly the jack's on the tee, and the mat might be just one mat off the tee. So
yep, longest end of the game.
Longest end of the game, probably the longest end of the day.
Yeah, absolutely.
Didn't see any of that in the grade 6s. Blacktown Workers 42, Camden 34, 8-shot lead in the grade 5 final. That's on 36 ends. And the same happening here, Camden 35, Wiseman's Ferry 29 on 38 ends. As you can see, Eddie Klassen is leading Andrew Watkins 16-11. We've got Gary Trick trailing Trevor McMahon 8-13. And Jack just grabs it and stays with it. So that's a fair bit of animation
that's
from
that's the first
Wiseman's Ferry team.
Now they're woken up.
And I'm just trying to get the other one. It's 11-5. Rick Stats leading Ryan Kennedy. So Rick Stats up by 6. Gary Trick trailing by 5. And Eddie Klassen leading by 5. That gives you the 6-shot turnaround. So Heidi's bowl has stayed up just in front of the ditch. And Jack Parker just about a metre short.
So probably got camera this end. It's right near the end of the rink, so that's why we've sort of got to move it. No, you can't go back any further. Just because of the, it's back as far as it goes. Here we go. Is he going to get up? Is he going to get up?
Sky blue.
Sky blue, is he?
Oh, he's done it. Ooh.
Oh,
no.
not quite. Yeah. Hey, give him the hard shots, he's nailing it. Give him the easy draw ones, and not happening.
Yeah, no, you can see it there. The red and blue just centimetering out the sky blue. But the Jack Parker bowl is a toucher, so you can actually keep playing confidently. Turn it over, push the sky blue out, and that stays up.
Same bowl's the court.
Same bowl, and he says that he's favouring the Wiseman's Ferry. But again, just turns the blue over once. Up and over. Even the split. And he's got Heidi's bowl if he gets the jack or the bowl into the jack. And he's played another fantastic weighted bowl, and he turns it over for the shot.
Oh, brilliant.
And that is superb bowling. That is superb bowling.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Yeah, the replays are coming thick and fast now.
Bang,
Same bowl.
Bang, bang. And that bowl, yeah, there's Eddie. That grey bowl in the back also belongs to Camden. So it makes it hard to turn the toucher into the head now because the blue is in the way. Won't be happy with that one. So I think Stubbsy probably does have to now play a bit of swing weight on the backhand. That toucher is going to jam on the blue. So I don't think he can get the blue out clean. Carl Zinel trying to find a passage, and that was a shot that I wanted the Wiseman's Ferry guys to play.
So red and blue holding shot. That's the leads. That's Jackie Parker's.
And it's a toucher.
Ooh,
and so
didn't that change it up?
And those three, the two sky blues and the greens below it. Yeah, so is he trying to sink it? He's trying to sort of, well, he's going to play forehand, so he's going to try to find either Jack's front bowl or get the toucher onto the Jack and the toucher with the Jack in the ditch. They like it. They're liking it. Oh. So the bowl that went through was not the toucher, so that'll be removed. And Stubbsy's bowl has followed through, which is probably third shot. So now there's a good arrival shot on that sky blue bowl for potentially even three.
Can you wave him out the way?
Eddie. So we're going to need a few more camera police.
How are we looking here? How are you looking? Oh, that's Heidi's bowl.
Ooh.
Oh, I still wonder the ferries. Heidi almost come in and knocked the boat over. Okay, How's he looking? Coming in off that. Oh, how is he? Oh, the red and blue is just hanging in there. Just holding in for shot. So,
Goodness me, how many replays can you save on this?
oh, hundreds. Have a look at that again. Watch this. Big veer out.
Bang, bang, and stays up. So that little red one is still holding on.
But is it blue?
Oh, the red and blue one. So there is a backhand trail through. Camden's got a 10-shot lead now on the big board, so something's changed. It may well be on the Rick Stats Ryan Kennedy. Just can't see because there's a big buffy bloke standing right in front of the screen. Yeah, 5-14 now. Rick Stats leading 14-5. So after the first 5 or 6 end, after it was being 4-all, Rick Stats has gone on a 10-1 run. And that's flipped the board, which is why Camden's leading by 10 on the big board. So rink 8, Rick Stats' side, which is Lincoln McLaren, Frank Ray, Steve Infinity, and Rick Stats are now leading John Marinchik, Richard Poiley, Trent Burnett, and Ryan Kennedy, 15-4. So that's been the big turnaround. Andrew Watkins has a Scott Willis bowl there in red to promote, so he can be confident. He's also got a blue one of Matthew Stubbs. He's got a couple there to arrive on his left-hand forehand. He just left the head and nothing's changed, and he's been asked to come up and have a look again. So I don't understand that. Strictly probably can't do that because he hasn't actually played his bowl.
It's his last bowl, isn't it? Skip's last bowl. Come and have a look.
Is it his last bowl?
Yeah.
Oh, it is. Okay. Oh, that's right. No, that's right. He ran into the short bowl with his first. Yep. I've been watching another game. Okay, so on the McMahon rink, Wiseman's Ferry picks up at 2 over Gary Trick. That brings it to 15-9. So that's their leading rink at the moment. So Eddie Klassen's come down, had a look. Now having a think what shot he's going to play. He's decided forehand.
Oof, he's got one.
So luckily Heidi's bowl is there, otherwise that would have been a catastrophe. So still one bowl to come. And that was no, that was not a toucher that went in the ditch. They've made that decision, so there's no real way you can get Heidi's bowl out of the head. Yep, you can try to clip it. So that grey bowl, which is second shot, belongs to Camden. Everything else in that circle belongs to Wiseman's Ferry.
Yeah, was it worth going big to pick up 3. What's the masterboard saying? Masterboard
Masterboard says
31-39.
Masterboard says 8.
Oh, you got 1.
If he gets the inside edge of it, he could pick up 4 or 5.
Yeah.
You know, and otherwise 1 up, 1 down. That's probably not a big problem. So again, playing with weight, nothing really changes.
No change. So it's going to be 1.
Should be 1 to Wiseman's Ferry.
Yep.
Yep, 1 to Wiseman's Ferry. So a little bit more animation happening from the Wiseman's Ferry supporters than the players. The players are very staid and quiet and well behaved.
Well, I think they might just wait to get their tickets to make a bit of noise.
Yeah, we've got the Camden decked out in the red, white and blue. There's roosters all over the place. The Blacktown are red, white and black. And Blacktown are leading 49-38, so they're 11 up on 40 ends. So they're doing all right at the moment. Wayne Cox seems to be leading 20-10 over Gary Hudson. John Phelps from Blacktown Workers is trailing Steve Lyons 15-18. And for those of you who are Bulldog supporters, you're looking pretty safe against the Titans 30-8. Don't think many people will be back in the Titans.
No. Well, how long till Desi takes Titans to court?
I'm just trying to get you the final rink of the Blacktown Camden. Again, there's not many invisible men standing between me and the scoreboard. But I can tell you that Steve Lyons from Camden is on 10, and John Phelps is also in double figures, but I can't tell you what the right-hand number is. But I think he would be leading by 4, must be 14, because Coxie's up by 10. Lyons is down by 4, so Riles must also be down by 4. Anyway, big board, plus 11 to Blacktown Workers on 40 ends. Big board here, Camden 39, Wiseman's Ferry 32, 41 ends. So we're in the back third of both games. Still plenty of bowls to come. Again, no one's jumped on it.
No.
And this time Camden didn't make them pay.
It's like every second end, they're all over at one end, and next end they're
So just
not quite.
just send all the bowls back, play from the same end.
Yeah.
Another shot to Wiseman's Ferry on the Ryan Kennedy rink. Cut the margin now, 39-33 on 42. Matt Jones just running past with the sky blue. Jack Parker still holding. Matthew Stubbs trying to do what Camden's been doing to them, which is nail a bear jack. Andrew's interested. Yep.
Good ball.
Big clap for Stubbsy, and there, much more animation now. Sleeping giant.
Yeah.
Waking up.
Yeah, they're definitely livened up a bit.
Yeah, far more animation than they have before. Carl Zinel Trying to get the Ben McCall swoop.
Oh, off the side, not quite.
Not quite, so I think it's 1 to Wiseman's Ferry. Subsy trying to do it again. On a wider line. Been a lot of hand changes. Carl played backhand, now he's playing forehand. And that is coming back to the jack, despite it being a narrower hand. If it falls over, which it hasn't, I think they were hoping for it to fall over to get in the head. But anyway, Andrew Watkins walking with a bit more confidence now. He a bit down earlier on. Carl's saying that he's got the shot. So at the moment, Camden are confident that they're holding 1. Andrew's played some good draw bowls and some good conversions, so his confidence has lifted in the last few ends.
He's played a few big bowls and been multiples down.
Yeah. And he's a class player. Again, he's found a good line, so it's just whether this one comes home. So we got a couple of shots next door on the Trevor McMahon rink. They extend their lead to 17-9, and they cut the masterboard now to a 4-shot advantage to Camden. Camden leading 39-35 on 43 ends. So Eddie staring this down. Just going to run away. So Andrew just trying to find just a slightly tighter line. His weight was pretty good on the first bowl. He's played a tighter line and just gets the right side or the wrong side of it. I don't know, no one's saying anything really. It's the most respectful bunch of bowlers I've seen.
Yes.
Probably saying it doesn't really matter because you haven't got any bowls left. I'll tell you when Eddie's finished his. And Eddie's looking pretty close. He just does not want the jack, and unfortunately gives it away.
Oh dear, hands are up on the head, and this is just keeping them. This is what's keeping Wiseman in the game. These kind of
it's closing
shots.
up.
These little tricky ones are, just shots that are going against Camden. So 13-16 after 15 ends on the Bago Sports scoreboard. And it's the masterboard, 34-39 after 44.
Yeah, they're chipping away.
And we got
it's
that
now,
up.
It's now 36-39. So the McMahon leading trick 17-19 on that rink 7. So we've now got a 3-shot masterboard difference.
17-9. Yeah, wow.
And we've got Rick Stats leading 14-6. So we've got a +8 to Stats, a -8 for Trick, and a 3-shot lead to Eddie Classens. And so at the moment the masterboard is based on the Classens rink that you're watching at the moment. Heidi Finnerty, coming in with again a good weighted bowl, tee weight, and draws to the tee. So one, I think we're still waiting for our first umpire call for the afternoon.
Yeah, we haven't really had any, have we?
No,
No dead ends, no umpires.
yeah, no dead ends, no umpires, and no fights. And Jack just touches a little bit towards Heidi. So Heidi just got to play the same bowl. Smidge more grass. Try not to overcorrect too much. Looks like a tighter line from here. Yeah, when you're leaning over like that, you know you've played a narrow bowl.
Yeah.
Again, hard to think that your movements are going to change the laws of physics.
Yeah, but we all like to try.
Yeah. That's a wayward bowl, and it stayed up somehow, right on the edge. Still a fair bit of the greens in sunshine. He's starting to see shadows of the trees, the gum trees in the back of the bottom green here at Bago. And so that's a gum tree that they're in shade from. So a nice green leafy area around here. A lot of new homes opening up. A lot of new members joining Bago Sports Club, both as social members, but also a big influx of bowlers.
That's good.
Yeah, Ben McCall's, Harley McDonald. There's some big names coming down. Trying to build something here, which is great. So sky blue of Matt Jones running through, and that's not going to stop. That's into the sand. So Camden currently holding one with that high definity bowl at 3 o'clock. And Matthew Stubbs trying to find a backhand line that gets to the jack. Andrew's up out of his seat. And that just stays above ground.
Cut under his line.
Yeah, a bit more up talk now. A couple of skippers are congratulating each other on shots being played. So a little bit of cross rink talk.
It's got to get inside it. Is he going to get inside it?
And he does. One to Stubbsy. So Rick Stats from Camden picked up a 3. So that's brought the masterboard out to now 6. So doubles their lead from 3 to 6. And Rick Stats now leading 17 to 6. So after being 4-all early in the piece, that Camden side's gone on a 13 to 2 tear. Carl Zinel trying to find the same weight. And
you're going to creep it.
Gets it. Gets it.
Yep.
And the low 5.
Well played.
So Andrew Watkins can be pretty confident. He's got an inside edge that he can get off Stubbsy's bowl. He can take a jack back clean for 3. And he can arrive on the green bowl of Carl Zinel's and push it out for 2. So he can play with fairly confident weight on his forehand. So we've got a few opportunities here. There's a bit of noise happening. There's a bit of noise. And he's done this. Just
Great
a
ball.
cold, dead draw.
Yep.
So Eddie Classens, again, he's got a nice little shelf to sit on. He can play with a metre through.
He's just asked, Jack goes back, are we in trouble?
Yeah, so a little bit of a negative thought already.
Yeah.
Would have thought you're not going to hit the jack, you're going to hit the bowl clean. Yeah, he has got Carl Zeinel's bowl bottom left as a screen. But if he does get the shot bowl onto the jack, this is Carl coming in.
He's going to use it.
His turn.
Oh,
His turn for the
Jack goes back. He got the shot.
Rub. Yep.
Great bowl. Lovely bowl.
One down, but there's also 1, 2. It's only 2 seconds. That red and blue bowl of jacks, he's got best back. So he's trying to find a line to get the jack back, and he's just on the outside of that. So Camden holding 1. Fairly conservative line out there. Camden picks up 1. Extends their big board lead back to 7. And tightening up in grade 5. Blacktown Workers are stalled on 52. Camden's now on 46 on 45 ends. And that's on the back of Steve Lyons from Camden leading John Phelps 24-15. Chris Haney leading Michael Riles 17-10. And Wayne Cox 20 leading Gary Hudson on 12. So it's a 6-shot lead to Blacktown Workers and a 4-shot lead here to Camden, because another score to Trevor McMahon. He now leads Gary Trick 20-9 on 17 ends. So currently the best performed Wiseman's Ferry rink is looking like the first to finish.
Heidi going a couple of yards past, but as we've seen, them bowls going back there. They've been finding their way to end up with shot.
Yeah, so a fair bit of jack movement today.
Can't go out wide there, they won't come back. He's got big pace on there as well. As the temperature starts to drop.
So Matty Jones, the Camden people are liking it already. Eddie's up out of his seat.
Yeah, nice shot.
So Scott Wills has been a bit narrow on this backhand the last couple of ends coming up here. Looking like a better line this time for his red lines. Just a bit on the quick side. Just a little bit of a niggle weight. Probably didn't want, and he's almost in the drink. Looking at that, that's a big overweight bowl. Just needs to stay in the head. 2-3 feet over, nothing more than that. Yep. Andrew's interested. No, the old hold. Anyway, good second shot.
Yeah, well played.
Yep.
Good correction.
Yep, that's good. That's what you wanted. Another one in the head. Gives a bit more opportunity for his third to play a conversion shot. Got a busload of somebody coming. Might be the end of a Bucks tour.
Yeah.
Oh, and a great shot. Carl Zinel pushes Scott Wills' bowl through for 2. Bunch of lads pour out of a bus.
Watch that again on the replay. Quick, get to the bar. And bang.
Excellent shot. So the old...
Is he going to hold up? No. Just sliding under.
Just had a good line for the shot. Looks like they've been parachuting almost.
Carl on his way down. Yeah, they can have that.
All right, big bowl here in the context of the game, I think.
Yeah, absolutely. Couple of shots to Camden.
They've clawed themselves back to 4 on the big board on a better line.
No, he's close. Is he going to close enough? No, just high or quick, whatever you like to choose.
Yeah, just overcorrected on both weight and line. He had the right, if he kept the same weight, he was fine. 3 shots the difference, which is why this end is important, because another 2 down will make it just get within grasp, and then they pull away again. 7-shot lead to Blacktown Workers, 53-46 on 46 ends.
It's still a close game over there as well.
We have an umpire's call somewhere. I think of the Blacktown game. So. Yep, so at the length of jack on the Rick Stats rink. So we think that Wiseman's Ferry might have won that rink on rink 8, try to throw a shorter end, and Camden questioning the validity of that. Anyway, we'll wait and see. So Andrew Watkins has been on the last few ends, so he's hoping just to have a little bit of an arrival shot here. They're liking it. They're liking this.
Close.
That's a brilliant shot.
Nice bowl.
Still not a lot of animation. A couple of low 5s there when he gets up to jack. But Scott Wills.
He's liking on his way down. Back over to you, Camden.
Scott Wills, Buddha-like, just sits on the thing and gives him a clap. So, last bowl in hand, Eddie Klassen. And a big shout for a Blacktown score over there. And the 2 wide pointer. That's Jack, but I don't think it's going to get into the head, so I think it is 1.
Still a bowl to come. So, he's got the red and blue on the right.
He's got the red and the blue on the right, and he's got the maroon and the blue behind. So a little touch might make 5 on his forehand. If he brings the Jack down the line, chance for a score here. If he can bring that Jack through the pocket. That's what he was trying to do. Maybe with too much weight, but anyway.
One's better than none.
One's better than 2 down. And Cole hoping that Eddie's got another bowl in his bag, but 1 down.
Still 1.
So we're getting tighter and tighter.
Watkins go to 14 on the Bago scoreboard. After 17 ends, the end of the nitty-gritty. 14-17 after 17 ends in the all-important masterboard.
Yep, we've
39, 40, 40, 43. So don't push back, friends. Don't push X. Don't you go anywhere, because it's game on here at Bago Sports.
It is game on. So as you can tell on this rink, Camden, Eddie Klassen 17, leading Andrew Watkins 14. Next door, we've got the opposite. We've got Gary Trick from Camden on 9. Trailing Trevor McMahon from Wiseman's Ferry on 21. And then again it flips with Rick Stats from Camden 17, leading Bo Kennedy from Wiseman's Ferry on 7. So it's now 43 to Camden, 42 to Wiseman's Ferry on 51 ends. So we have 12 ends remaining. It's a 1-shot scoreboard. Remember, if it happens to be a tied scoreboard, it will then go down to rink wins. So it might be 5.5, 4.5. And the 5.5 wins. If it happens to be 1 win each and 1 draw and it's 5 all, then we'll play an extra end. That would be the rarest of outcomes, but not impossible. We've got two runaway sides at the moment. Stats is up pretty easily and McMahon's up pretty easily, so this could still finish in a draw.
Yep.
Jack Parker drops in behind by a foot, puts some early pressure on. And this is what they haven't had for a while, early pressure. It's been more Wiseman's Ferry having to chase the shots. Now it's time for Camden to chase the shots.
That one's not going to quite get there.
No. So now everything's in a bit of shadow.
Yeah.
Sun's gone, so what will that do to the rink speed?
What about Leppington? Is Leppington in this area? The Nepean Highlands?
Well, there's no Leppington Bowling Club.
I know, but Vince is tuning in. He's not at Leppington today, but I know he lives at Leppington. He's at Reesby Workers Club.
Yeah, I know Vince. Vince is from Austral.
Yes.
Reesby Workers Club. I'll be at Reesby Workers Club on Tuesday night. It's a bit of a symposium on upcoming lung cancer screening.
Okay.
That starts Australia-wide on the 1st of July this year. So any smokers out there, make sure you talk to your GP about getting a free CT scan to look for any early-stage lung cancer. So it's a new national program. So
interesting.
Yeah, so we've got breast screening, we've got bowel screening, and now we've got lung cancer screening. So
I'll send the missus over there.
Yeah, so I think you've got to be over the age of 50, I think.
She's fails that.
That's all right. Tell her to stop smoking.
That'd be cheaper.
All right. So just a bit more.
They've all got this sort of line there, but just a little bit of tension building up into the players. You reckon?
Yeah, maybe. Yeah. And again, I think now that the sun's gone, maybe dropped a second. So
I did pick up the 15 earlier. I might have a look at that if we can next end.
Yeah.
If you remind me.
Yeah, I think just with the sunshine, potentially may well have stopped. Although they've been walking on this all day, so it's been certainly flattened out. So that'll keep it quick. Yeah, so depending on whether they throw a 3/4 length end or what, I think another.
And you, Kevin, good to have you watching. Doc, is that your nickname, is it?
Yeah, it's Doc. Yeah, hi Hunt, Kevin Hunt. Yeah, no, Vince and Kevin, long-term supporters of bowls. Kevin Hunt, an ex-president of the Southern Tablelands District Association before we amalgamated as Zone 5. And Vince wins the emoji award today.
Yeah, well, he wins that every day. A good sharer too, Vincey. Give it the great work. Well,
so
looking pretty good here. Is he going to pull up? That's in. That's 2. Yep. Maybe even close to 3. That front one, I don't know if it beats the back one. Not sure. Let's have a look. Side camera. It's close.
Yeah, I'm probably favouring the back green of Carl Zinals. I think it's just 2 to Wiseman's Ferry at the moment, looking at it live.
Zinal will probably dead draw this. He's been playing some big bowls when he has to.
Yeah,
he's following it.
Here comes the trot.
Yeah, here it comes down. Here it comes down. Did I say he's probably going to dead draw it? He's close to it.
And he has. He's got the number 1.
Yep.
Yeah, the old slow shuffle, the Cliff Young shuffle. Carl Zinal.
He's played some big bowls when he's had to.
Yeah.
Come and jump on, Tanya.
So Tanya Kelly, our shy secretary, said he's played some big bowls today, just as Happy was saying the same thing. But he has. Carl's been very, very solid in the third. So Andrew Watkins has had a lease of life for the last 7 ends. He really has come to life.
Yeah.
So
well, he's trying hard here as well. He's trying hard as well. Oh, he fall over. No, not quite.
Out. So very, very good attempt. Probably just 2 rolls too heavy. Eddie Klassen's also played with wonderful draw weight as well. So we'll see if he can sort of stretch this lead. At the moment, it's 43 all on the masterboard. So we have an 11-end shootout here in the grade 4s. A lot of exhorting, but just pulls up short. Andrew doesn't have to change much at all. In fact, he could potentially play the same weight and just play underneath and sit that green. If he sits that green, he might be holding 4. All right, so he's playing a tighter line.
Yep.
If he gets to the green,
Oh,
and he's played it. It's a superb shot.
Bang.
Gets to the green. He holds 4. And that's.
I love his celebration. Watch the celebration here. Not only is it a great bowl, he doesn't know what he's doing once he. Am I going to go and hug him or what? Am I hugging him or?
No, I think somebody missed celebration practice.
Brilliant.
Someone missed out anyway. 84 of you are watching at the moment, and how's that for a shot?
Yep.
Now that is a big momentum swing. Remember it's 43 all on the big board.
It's close.
Wiseman's Ferry have not been in front since about the 5th or 7th end.
Well, this first game this morning, the team that wasn't in front all game almost stole it in the last end. Yeah, can we see that again here?
Yeah, so the momentum is really shifting. And that confidence of Andrew Watkins is clearly rising. He's playing conversion shots. He's playing dead draw shots. He is now the dominant skip on this rink, if not this green. So Eddie, first time he's been under such intense pressure all game.
He looks tight. He might need a little slider. No.
And he's not there on weight. So
big
that
end.
is looking like
1,
a
2,
4.
3, 4 shots. How many? 4?
4 it is.
Yep, 4. Wow. Just like that, they find themselves in front for the first time of the game.
We have new leaders on this rink, and we have new leaders on the masterboard. So now with 10 ends to go, 53 ends have been played. We have Wiseman's Ferry. Once the manager sits down.
47, 43 after 53 ends. It took them 53 ends to get in front. Will they stay there? Or will Camden just knuckle down? And
No, we've got a bit of a score update. That is in the...
far
Oh, we just stopped. Just stopped. So Camden won an end, and now we're just still waiting for the manager to get the score right and to sit down. Okay, live score. Wiseman's Ferry 47, Camden 45 on 54 ends. 9 ends remaining. Grade 5, Blacktown Workers 58, Camden 48 on 51 ends. So Blacktown Workers 10 up with 12 to play. Wiseman's Ferry 2 up with 9 to play. And Wiseman's Ferry's best performed team, the Trevor McMahon side, leading 22-9, are playing their 20th end.
Oh, a great start, Heidi.
So they will be off first. Bit reminiscent of the last end of the morning game where the Jack got trailed back to this area, and there were bowls being promoted and needing a final umpire's measure to determine whether it was a draw or a win to Glenbrook. As it turned out, it was a draw. So Jack threw the Jack to this exact spot. So if his muscle memory is good and he can remember, he's pretty close here.
He sits on it.
He's pretty close
here. It's a massive bowl. He's got it. Wow! What a shot! Boom!
Kapow!
Boom shakalaka. That's a bowl. They're the bowls that win your finals.
Now
They're the bowls that win your finals.
Now Heidi is also a toucher. So again, you turn Heidi's onto the Jack.
You've got to slice it. She's got to hit the outside shoulder and push it in sideways. Don't want to hit it fat. As the bowl's coming down, I'll lift it up. Here she comes down. She's looking for her own bowl. She's looking for the outside shoulder of her own bowl. Outside shoulder, pushes it in sideways, and oh no, it's a bloody great effort. That's a super effort. Wow. Pennant finals at its best, viewers.
That is pretty spectacular bowls.
Pennant finals at its best.
So I know you can't see it, but the marker for the Jack is right in front of that number 6. So there's a red marker when we pan down, right in front of that number 6. That's where the Jack is.
Oh, have a look at this. Have a look at this.
If he's going to stop.
If he stops up, he will. Oh! How close was that?
Just reminding you, you're watching Grade 4. You're not watching Platinum League.
Wow, how close was that? Watch this again.
This is
spec check replay. Oh,
half a roll over. Oh, the quality on this end is out of this world.
Well, stepping up now. This is the final. Yeah, the bowl's coming in. Here we go. Looking for the light blue. Light blues. Just going to go down as well.
Oh.
Doc's getting up off the seat.
So I might show you. I might lay down where the bowl is. I might try to get another.
Well, Doc's off and going to try to do something with the bowl. So So he's going to mark where the bowl in the ditch is to the jack. Bowl in the ditch to the jack, yep. So you see this bowl coming down, and it's high. So the bowl is to the right. The bowl in the ditch is basically where that maroon bowl is. So Stubbsy just going to try to draw as close as he can. Draw as close as he can to the ditch. Even if he pops up, oh, that's we're going to go in. Doc's just waiting. Put a marker there. Join the coverage, friends. Want more of this? Subscribe, YouTubelivesports. You better be live in it. As we're watching this come down. Oh, he's got a slider off there. He's going to push Heidi's in. Oh, he's rolled it again. Heidi. Did that donk onto the kitty. Oh, they don't want me to keep moving that kitty. If it did. Well, you can see Heidi's bowl. That grey bowl is a toucher. Wow. So that grey bowl's a toucher. Here we go. So they're looking to try to slide that grey over to the left. And for Wiseman, they're just trying to draw another like that. And it's almost, that's a good bowl there. Just right in front.
Yeah, so you can see there the two markers where the toucher in the ditch is.
You got to go for Heidi's bowl. You're trying to knock that in. You're trying to hit the edge of it.
Yeah,
outside edge, you got to hit the outside edge. There's nothing for featherweight here.
No, you're never going to dead draw it.
No.
You've just got to push a toucher onto a jack.
Nothing for featherweight. You don't want to hit the inside though. Oof, that's a good miss. That's a good miss. Don't want to hit it to the left.
Yeah. So to the left of the number 6, the one standing up, or now to the right of the number 6, that's where the jack is. And then that grey bowl to the right is Heidi's toucher. So you get the outside edge. You turn it from now, as you're looking at it from left to right, you're going to push it across onto the jack.
Oh, I need to give him an early mark to say get out of the way. Yep. Thank you. Okay. What a game we have on here. Final.
And it's also 47 all now on the masterboard.
We'll fix that up after we watch this end.
Yep. So at the moment, pretty much a definite one.
If he can block.
If he just turns it over, no
Ooh.
change. So he's got to take on. Yeah.
Might have made that bit better there with that last bowl. Because that last bowl.
Yeah. So he can play.
That last bowl might stop that outside coming in.
Yes.
So that's have a look at it there.
Yes. No. Well, look, it can still happen. So,
yeah.
But it's still big weight.
Yeah, it's
big weight. Move it across. The only danger is that if he jams it, and the toucher goes in the ditch, and Andrew Watkins' bowls doesn't move, and it's 2 down.
No, that's what we're looking for. We're looking for the outside of the grey, and not with that one.
But he's seen the shot. He knows what he's got to achieve. So if Andrew plays with weight onto his yellow and green bowl, he can push the toucher into the ditch away from the shot and locks in one shot. And the yellow and green stays there actually for 2. So I think swinging weight on the under edge of his.
Well,
anyway, last chance here from Eddie.
yep.
Then I'll go and retrieve the the marker that I stole up the other end. Just in case the jack goes in the ditch up the other end. Blacktown looking a lot safer now. They're leading 64-48 in the grade 5 on 53 ends. And we said before, 47 all on 55. So last chance.
Skinny.
And
So
that's
it's gonna
going to
be
be
one.
1. So that amazing shot from Jack Parker trailing the jack in the ditch.
Maybe a measure for 2.
Holds on. So what are they doing now?
Having a look at it.
And an umpire,
yeah.
they're going to ask for the measure. So
I'll get the other scores updated. So middle rink they're on N20.
yep, so rink 20, Trevor McMahon is from Wiseman's Ferry, is currently on 22, and Camden, Gary Trick is on 11. They're playing the last end. And on the rink 8, we've got Ryan Kennedy from Wiseman's Ferry on 7, trailing Rick Stats from Camden on 19.
After 17 ends in that one, is it 18?
That's after 18 ends. So
18 ends.
they've just and they've just picked up another shot for Wiseman's Ferry. So Ryan Kennedy goes to 8.
8-19.
8-19 on 19 ends. So they are. So Camden's leading by 11 there. They're trailing by 11 on the Trick McMahon, and it is.
It's a close game.
What is it? And it's 18-17 here. So they're 1 up on the board, but they've also got a definite 1 that they've taken, and now they're measuring for 2. So, and the momentum continues for Blacktown workers. They are 65-49. They are 16 up with 8 ends to play. So Camden needs 2 shots each end to get a draw. But even then, it may not be good enough because they're down on 2 of the rinks. So they need to get 17 shots. A split masterboard will do them no good at all. So while I've got a chance, I'll try and tell you the scores on those ones. So we've got Wayne Cox from Blacktown Workers 22, leading Gary Hudson 13 on 17 ends. We've got John Phelps from Blacktown 20, trailing Steve Lyons 24. And we've got Chris Haney from Blacktown 23, leading Michael Riles from Camden on 12. That's the 16-shot difference with 8 to play. Final decision, 1 shot. Wiseman's Ferry 49, Camden 47 on 57 ends. So I'm just going to retrieve the rink marker from the other end, and I'll join you shortly.
All right, we got a fairly long end. Jack's 2 yards off the tee. So he's going to jump on it. Not a bad first bowl. Yeah, 2.5 mat lengths behind Jack. As Heidi plays her first bowl. This is end 20. Got 2 ends of play in this game. Very nice nail-biting final. Been pretty blessed today. Another cracking game. As again, he's just a bit quick again. Yeah. Okay, so Heidi playing her third last bowl, possibly for the game. She's got to beat the last bowl. Needs to drop a good yard. And a little bit quicker, so. Scott Wills. As he saw, he's quick as well. Well, he's flying. He's going off the cliff and down into the Nepean River.
There's some adrenaline running around now.
Yeah, no, they're getting a bit tight, a bit tense, tensing up. And I forgot to do that speedometer. It's a long end, so it's not really going to give us a good indication unless we take a second off it. All right, I'm doing it anyway. Let's do it. See the green slowed down a bit.
So again, a lot of room available. Someone's got to get there first.
Oh, that's going to be good for me speedometer
yeah,
anyway.
much better for you. It is a 3/4 speed.
14.3.
Yeah, so it's only dropped a second, really.
Yeah, so it's been a second and thereabouts all day. So 14.6 this morning early on.
Yeah, we got to, I think, 15.3, didn't we, early on this afternoon?
Yep.
So the McMahon and Trick game is over. I'm just waiting for the scoreboard to be turned over.
Okay, looks like Camden pick up a shot there. Well, this end is a bit scattered. A little bit of nerves maybe kicking in. 22-16 in that game.
Yeah, so Gary Trick picks up a 5 on the last end. So he turns a 2-shot deficit into a 3-shot lead on the masterboard.
Wow.
Never give up.
No.
Never give up.
Thank you very much, Tanya. Great delivery. Looked after me, definitely.
So that first game to finish in this Grade 4 competition is the Wiseman's Ferry team of Grant Lutit, Brianna Henry, Shane Davis and Trevor McMahon, 22, defeating the Camden side of Pat Phibbs, Michael Pinkerton, Mick Everingham and Gary Trick on 16. So a 5 on the last end may have significant ramifications to the masterboard. Camden now 3 up with 5 to play, and Wiseman's Ferry now chasing the game. Matt Stubbs has drawn the shot, and Carl Zinel dropping short. So
yeah, it's interesting, and from what we last end, I was sort of playing a little bit of weight trying to get that bowl, to the ditch.
Yep.
Trying to, maybe that sort of just threw him off a bit of tension building.
Yeah, and that second off in speed may well have also tricked a couple of them. That sort of metre short. And Stubbsy doing the same thing.
Yeah. Okay. Well, so
probably now forces Carl Zinel to flip to the backhand. There's really nothing on his forehand.
Yeah, it's 1 shot to Watkins.
So the other game that's happening is the Ryan Kennedy Rick Stats. That's still on 18 ends, and currently Rick Stats from Camden.
He's egging it, and it's not going to get up there. Good yards short, so still 1 to Watkins. Yeah, as we change over the skips now. So masterboard 49-52.
So there's a lot of discussion between Rick Stats and Steve Infinity as to...
only got 18 on N3.
So Rickstadt leading 19-8. I think he's down on the...
Pretty close. Putting in another, yes. Yep. He stepped up, played some big bowls. He's played some big bowls, Andrew.
He has.
Especially when he's been down.
Yeah, he was
4 or 5.
Yeah, fairly down early on.
We were talking about dropping an 8 earlier.
Yeah. That 6 and a 3. His confidence was way down, but he's. I think that conversion where he went from 3 down to 1 up when the jack sprung forward, it just gave him some momentum. Then he made a couple of great conversion shots and dead draws. And that one where he sat the bowl through for 4 on a little backhand crossing the head. So Eddie Classen's also struggling with weight. So Andrew can play the exact same bowl. He found that run. Does not want to run the risk of hitting Carl Zeinel's bowl at 1 o'clock any closer to the jack. So he's drawn it with his first. He can draw it with his second. So I'm also keeping an eye on the Kennedy stats game on rink 8. We're now waiting for the skippers to bowl. There's a lot of looking at the head and waving arms. And this time, Andrew doesn't navigate that bowl. So 2 at the moment. So that would cut the live scoreboard to 1 in favour of Camden. But Eddie Classen's has to find a metre of weight. There's a lot of shouts, a lot of...
It's close. Got the jack. He's got the jack. Oh, he's played a big
bowl.
bowl.
Played a superb shot.
Played a big bowl.
And maybe might have made 2 out of it with the high definity bowl. That is an outstanding shot.
Yeah. That's a great bowl. Trails it. Bang.
2 down to 2 up. That's a big 4-shot turnaround. Okay, you can see Heidi there bouncing on the bank. She's pretty pumped with that shot. Carl Zeinel himself's a very experienced umpire, so knows how to measure things. And 2 shots it is. So
what a bowl. What a bowl.
Shot, Eddie Classen's. 2 down, 2 up, 4-shot swing.
Great bowl.
So it was -1 on the masterboard. Now it is 5 on the masterboard. Camden 54, Wiseman's Ferry 49 on 59 ends. So they're 5 up with 4 to play. And looks pretty safe for Blacktown workers in grade 5. They're leading 69-49, 20 up with 5 ends to play. 58 ends are completed. So the winner of this game will go to Wagga Rules or Wagga RSL for the state championships in June. And the grade 5 side, likely Blacktown workers, will go to Cabramatta or Mount Lewis. They're the host clubs for the grade 5 state pennants. Grade 2s go to Bomaderry, grade 3s go to Yamba. Yeah. Ray Stats plays a superb shot and he trails it as well. So momentum now in Camden's favour.
Yep, you have a look over there. You can see the yellow bowl and the orange bowl.
Yep, he's trailed that. And they haven't turned up on the board. They haven't shouted to anybody. But it's certainly at least 1.
That was a big end here. That's a good start there. That's a great start from Jack.
1 to Camden.
Camden over there.
1 more shot and 1 more end, or 1 less end for Wisemans to get them.
So
60 ends.
Wiseman got in front for an end.
They did. 55-49. 6 down, 3 to play. And 1 of those ends will be this one, and 2 of those ends will be on the Stats Kennedy side. And Stats has pulled away after being 4-all. They now lead 20-8. So they have certainly had momentum in the back 2/3 of the game.
Yeah, well, that's a great start. That's what you need to do. That's 2 good lead bowls there.
Yeah, and Lincoln McLaren, the lead for Rick Stats, has put a bowl about 2 feet behind on the line.
Got any stats for the game?
All right. Sky blue, Matt Jones. Eddie's interested. Eddie's very interested. And Matt Jones, last end.
Lovely bowl.
Last end nails it.
That's made it a lot harder now. That's definitely made it a lot harder.
Scott Wills must arrive. There's nothing behind.
Well, they need shot Wisemans in this rink to give the other rink, so they got 2 ends to play.
Don't know where that's finished, but probably not going to be in a count at the end of it. So on the other Camden rink that you can't see at the moment, after the lead bowls have been completed, we have Camden holding 1 shot at the completion of the 4 lead bowls.
Well done again.
2 good bowls for Matt Jones to finish on. He'll be very pleased with that. So potentially on how these 2 ends finish, we may not even have to play the last end. They might be more than 9 shots up. Because at the moment, we've got a couple of shots here.
No, he's looking. He's got it clean. Has he got it?
Got it.
Back. Oh, unlucky.
Unlucky. But, yep, so they are holding 3. And still on the Kennedy stats
So you can
game.
just see the bowls.
Yep.
The other game. And
Yep. So that yellow bowl that you can see, that belongs to Camden. And the 2 orange bowls behind belong to Wiseman's Ferry. Here's a Wiseman's Ferry bowl coming in. And just running through.
It's a good bowl here.
And Carl Zeinel been solid all day.
Yep. He needs to play a bowl here. Need a bowl here. Stubbs. A little trail bowl. Trail it off. Trail it off for 2.
Yep. So again, on that other rink, Camden currently holding 2.
Now, and he's close here. He's close. He's going to get down to it. He's going to get down to it. He's just flicked it over.
He taps it across.
Wow. I think they might have used all their luck up early in the game.
Yeah, I think
they've had plenty of it.
Yeah, that's looking difficult now.
That early on in the game. That's going to them. And we just see a bowl coming in from the far top left there. In the left there, it's gone through. So we're all pretty quick over there as well.
Yeah, so those 2 bowls behind the jack both belong to Camden, that yellow and the green. So Camden currently holding 2 shots.
Looking for the trail on here. Looking for the trail.
He did nothing wrong the first time.
No.
Just try to repeat the same shot. Don't worry about what happened.
Well, he's pretty close again here.
He's
pretty close again.
Real good area.
Has he got the jack clue? Has he got
Real
the jack
good
this time?
area.
He's got it.
Great shot.
He's got it. He's pushed it to the left though. That's unlucky again, is it? That's Heidi's bowling in on the left.
Yeah. Heidi and Matt. So
wow.
That grey and the sky blue belong to Camden. No one's made any real.
Yeah, no, he hasn't got the shot. They haven't got it. They're still down. Okay. They're still down. That's just like I said. They've used plenty of it up early on. Is that?
So that's a Camden bowl coming in. Steve Finnerty, the 3rd for Camden, has drawn the shot.
Yep, there you go. Have a look over there.
So at the moment,
Camden sitting in the hot seat.
At the moment, they're 6 shots up with 3 ends to play, and they're holding on one of those rinks. And they might be holding 2 on this rink.
No, they've only got 2 ends to play.
Yeah. So these guys are on the last end, and the Stats Kennedy game is on the 20th end. And at the moment, we have 1 shot to Wiseman's Ferry on the Kennedy rink.
Big bowl here.
And Andrew has to find a way
First
in.
bowl. Well, he needs to really play it with his first. He doesn't want to put the pressure onto his last bowl. So, big decisions. What's he going to do? So, green bowl. Right. Does he go for the bowls? No, but there's a lot of room there. Has he got last bowl?
He does have last bowl.
He has?
Yeah, because Eddie got it with that trail the last end from 2 down to 2 up. So, Andrew's got last bowl.
So,
I think he just has to try to play with a couple of feet of weight, just underneath the green. If he slices the jack, he's got 2 of Stubbsy's bowls to catch. And if he misses, he's got another catcher, and then Jack of the Ditch makes 5.
Whatever he does, play it confidently.
Just cannot be short.
What's he looking? He's looking to split the bowls, is he? I don't.
He's trying to play a dead draw. Well, I think
I'm going the bowls.
I'm going Jack in the Ditch because I've got nothing behind. Every bowl behind belongs to Wiseman's Ferry.
Except for the green one on the left.
No. Yeah. But Jack down the line takes that out of play.
Well, let's see. Oh. Well, that's even made it harder.
Either goes the bowl or goes the kill.
Can he get to it, though? Go the bowl, onto the jack.
I think he swings under.
Where's me little red arrow? I don't know where it is here. Let me have a look. Here we go.
Yeah.
So we get that bowl there. It may.
I think if he runs.
I reckon it may go and get rid of those 2. If he hits that, then again.
Yeah, I think if he runs the jack through here.
Straight through the middle.
He follows through. That's the other option.
Okay.
Or he can go bang, bang. He can get the green onto it and then follow through onto the jack.
Whatever he does, play it confidently.
Needs a result.
Yeah, here he goes. He's looking down. This is probably something he should have played the first one. And he's close here. He's very close here. Off green, little feather. He's missed it. He's missed it by a birds of a feather.
Yeah, if he had Jack down the line.
Wow.
Jack down the line was 3 or 4.
Wow, watch again, viewers. Watch again. A little feather, a little veer out off that. And he's onto the jack back.
Oh.
Well, so let it be written, so let it be done. You reckon that's going to be game 1?
Had to be brave.
Camden.
Had to be brave.
It's going to be hard for the other rink. What's the other rink doing?
The other rink, I think, is holding 1 at the moment to Wiseman's Ferry. Or maybe even 1 down.
Oh, Wiseman's got 1.
Wiseman's got 1.
Wiseman's got 1. Wiseman's picked up 1. Okay, well, that's better than none.
Yep.
That's a lot more than what I was thinking. I thought they were 2 down.
Yeah.
I thought they were 2 down.
So Wiseman's Ferry are now
20-19 after 21 in that game. So Wiseman's Ferry is now on the masterboard. They are, let me just check my little update, of 50 to 55, 5 the diff. Now we're going to go over, viewers. We're going to go over and watch this other game. I'll just get the cameras.
Okay.
Over there.
So what we now have is, with that last end, Wiseman's Ferry took a point. So now a drawn masterboard is in Wiseman's Ferry's advantage.
A draw masterboard.
A drawn masterboard will give Wiseman's Ferry the win because they've won on the Klassen rink.
Yes.
and they've won on the trick rink. So Wiseman's Ferry's got 2 points in the bag. If they split a masterboard 3.5, 3.5, they're on 5.5 and they can't be caught.
Okay.
So now they are
playing for a draw. Even worst case scenario.
Oh, hang on. So the middle rinks now said that they've played 20 ends. So
hey.
So they must have got the ends wrong.
Well, I had it right then earlier. I changed it from 19 back to 18.
Yeah, well they've changed it. So now he needs a 5, or he needs he needs a kill.
Well, I've changed.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyway, let's get that right then. That changes the whole situation. And by the look of that, nothing.
He's given the shot away.
Oh dear. And is there any bowls left?
One to Camden. So he was holding 1. He was trying to make 2. And so now it is 6 down, playing the last.
Okay. So maybe that was...
I know, yeah.
Okay,
so this is now the last end. Wiseman's Ferry need a 6. And if they get a 6 on this last end, they will win the flag. Just like this morning. Glenbrook needed a 6 on the last end and they got a 4.
All right, well, they can update their scoreboard. So is it 8:21?
It would be 8:21, correct.
All right. They're just throwing the
56
spanner in the works
correct.
to confusing everyone.
Yep, no. So that's correct.
Okay, and
so
we
it's
go.
8:21 on 20 ends.
Okay, get this camera around to the side. There we go. First bowl.
It's pretty, and it's game over next door. Blacktown Workers 75, Camden 49 on 61 ends. That's a 26-shot lead with 16 on the table, so that is insurmountable. So
Well done.
Blacktown Workers are the Grade 5 champions of Nepean Highlanders. Congratulations. This has one more end to go. Both leads are 2 metres through.
Good on you, Kevin, for those kind words. Yep. Just saying thank you to all the Nepean Highlander Bowls Committee for your tireless volunteering and work.
Thank you very much, Kevin Hunt. Yeah, we work hard. We're a pretty happy committee. We get on and we do things for the betterment of lawn bowls in our region. And so thank you for the positivity that you've provided us. Thanks, mate. All right. So that yellow bowl that you can see is a Camden bowl. So at the moment, there is...
That's not what you want when you're chasing 6.
You put a bowl out of bounds.
That is not what you want when you're chasing 6.
So you need 6. You've got one bowl
way back. You got one bowl that goes.
You got one bowl out of bounds, and you got one bowl on the ditch.
Oh, I'm calling it. So let it be written. So let it be done. Camden, they have won.
Yes, I can't see a kill here, and I can't see a 6.
Been a great game though. Been a great day. So a massive shout and thank you to Nepean Highlanders for getting me down here to bring this great coverage.
There we go. Frank Ray, game, set, match.
Bingo.
Yeah, I think it's patented. Happy, isn't it?
No, I'll call it end set. Bingo.
End set.
and where is it? Here it is. Here. Look, ready? End set. Bingo.
Well, we had to pull out some. We didn't get a meat pie today, Happy. So we'll pull out an end set bingo.
That's it. That's it.
It's
been a great day. So thank you to you guys for having me.
Yeah, thanks, boy. Thanks very much,
Tanya, for looking after me today.
We've loved having you here.
Thank you, everybody. It's been a pleasure. We've had some great bowls being played, that's for sure.
Yeah, certainly won't be the last time we'll have you here, Happy. And,
thank you.
Now that you know how to find your way off the highway, we'll have you any time.
Yes.
A big thank you to all the people that have been watching and all the shout-outs that you've given us and all the comments. It's been really well appreciated. We hope you enjoy the coverage. And Frank Ray showing off now. Frank Ray showing off. And so, how's that to finish a campaign? We're still on live here. Cole Appleby sending his love to all of us here. Did you see that last bowl from Frank Ray? An absolute screamer. Unfortunately, we missed that on the replay because now it's kill time.
Yeah.
So Ray just wants something behind the head. Doesn't really matter.
Yeah,
There is no 7 here. It's completely irrelevant. Might as well just put in blockers.
Oh, that's true.
The jack will.
No targets. That's well, the look says it all. That's a great bowl.
So we're down to the last 3 bowls of this amazing weekend of bowls here at Bago Sports Club. We, on behalf of the Nepean Highlanders, we want to thank all the staff and all the volunteers, and it's a kill.
Oh,
it's a kill.
He's got it. There
it's overtime.
Goes. Just as you said, there's going to be no kill.
It's an overtime.
There we go. Yeah, we'll get that back again.
You never believe anything a doctor.
Spec check replay.
Never believe anything a doctor tells
Which
you.
Is ball.
Yeah, clear slice of the jack.
So 6 to go. Play on. We're going again.
Yeah, that's it.
I did say end set bingo, so sorry, Camden, you may lose. All right, what are they going to do?
Right, it's
they're just trying to work out. We're going up, we're going back.
Yeah, it's time for the Lazarus end. If you can come back from the dead. So one more chance at picking up a 6. Camden have the mat. So they should just put the jack as close to the tee as possible to lessen the chance of a kill like that.
Well, for those Highlanders, Panthers 6, Broncos 6 after 23 minutes.
There you go, 6 all. Assume that Bulldogs kicked
Bulldogs
on.
38-18.
Yeah, 38-18. There was nothing there, and we've got
for the Highlanders. What about those Mighty Tigers last night? Eh? Oh, we're on the up.
Pretty good.
We're on the up.
Well, my team got a bye, so we're happy with 2 points.
Manly.
Oh. If I told you that at the beginning of the day, I wouldn't be here.
No.
You'd jump in your van and turn around and go home.
Well, we're all going to have someone to hate. But I think Manly's sort of losing, aren't they?
Oh, they're 4-4. They're sort of mid-table.
But no, I meant the title.
Oh, the title. Oh, being the most hated team.
Yeah.
I think Melbourne fight hard for that.
I like Melbourne.
Now that they stop wrestling and chicken winging people. I'll probably get done for slander then and libel and have the lawyers tracking us down. If so, my name is Gary Trevathan.
Yeah, that's it, Kevin. Commentator's curse. And mate, I've said they're counting the money. It's in their back pocket. They're going home with their pants falling down. They got much coin in there and they got beaten an extra round. Shout out to you, Park Beach.
What did they drop on the last end then?
Oh, yeah. They were miles in front, and Johnny Rabbit, and that just come through, and they, yes.
Okay, so there is one for...
That's better. That's better than the out of bounds. And his last then, a little high five, a sneaky 5.
There's an atonement. He's
back in the team.
1 down, 5 to go.
Yep.
So we're watching Lincoln McLaren from Camden. Yeah, it's a pretty good second shot.
Yeah, well, that helps cut the pain. So Wiseman's chasing. They need a draw. They get a draw. They get a draw. They win.
They win it. So 6 for the draw is what they need.
They get a draw. They win it. So how crucial was that last end? What about some of the shots that were being played that's just missed? And it's been a great day of action as this comes down. That's a better bowl as well. So he's got 2 bowls in the area.
Yeah, might be. Yeah, well,
he's got 2 bowls.
First and third, and he can still sit that
yellow
behind.
Yeah.
But if you're looking for a real game changer, that Eddie Klassen's shot on the 20th end when he was 2 down and he trailed it for 2 up. There's a 4-shot turnaround.
Absolutely.
And it would only be 2 down playing the last here instead of 6 down playing the last. So
yeah, that was a bomb.
Most games of bowls hinge on 1 or 2 ends, and that was one that you can.
Was that at 3:01 p.m.? I can't remember.
Don't know when it was.
Something at 3:01 p.m. That was a bomb. It was a humdinger, as we see.
Frank Ray, again, another solid bowl in the head.
Well,
another solid bowl in the head.
Yeah, that's what you're drawn to. You're drawn to sit that green bowl now.
Yeah, it's absolutely nothing for short.
No, it's drawn to sit the green and the yellow.
Otherwise, you're chasing a kill again. If this is a short bowl, it's kill time. You can still see there's got sunshine. So before that kill, I was actually going to thank all the staff here at Bago.
Was he going to sit the yellow, sit the green? He's found the hole. He's found the hole.
Unlucky. But gave it a chance.
Absolutely.
So we've been well looked after here at Bago Sports Club the last couple of days. Ben McCall and all of the team have been terrific. We'd like to thank the volunteers from Bago, our umpires, our match committee, the people who've prepared the rinks. We switched from north-south to east-west yesterday, so that was a pretty quick turnaround. Nathan Irvine, the greenkeeper, has done a sterling job looking after these greens and having the best surface for great bowls to be played on, and I think you've seen the quality that good bowlers can play on a good surface.
Yep.
And as Kevin Hunt said, I'd like to also thank my committee, particularly those who've been here all weekend. Tanya Kelly, our secretary, Gary Trevathan, chairman of match, and Cole Appleby, our treasurer. 4 of the 6 of the executive have been here looking after the place. We do hope that everybody's enjoyed watching these games and showing you all the players that we've got from wide
snuck
parts.
in. That's in. Possibly, that's definitely 2. Again, those green bowls just at the back there. I mean, they're close together, so there's no reason they can't go.
No, there's a clear little split run under the 2 greens and the yellow. So keep arriving. Steve Infinity, again, just pushing them behind. So,
and yeah, that's just gone past. So, and just for the viewers coming up on Thursday, it will be live from Warrilla for the 5-a-side. So, massive bowls coming up during the week. Best players around the country are basically there. Best sides competing.
Yeah, they had the Warrilla Cabra game last night in the Premier. In the Platinum League, that was pretty. I heard Benny McCall went to that, and
he said it was.
Tanya Kelly went to that, so there's some high quality games. So hopefully that's visible for people to track down.
Red sits the green, pushes it back a bit. He has. That's 3. Yeah.
Yep.
What's that front orange bowl? Oh, gee.
I think a back green beats a front orange. I think.
1, 2, 3. How many bowls? Yeah, there's a couple of bowls that come.
Well, if the jack gets sliced across towards the orange, it's there. So a little forehand over trail is a possibility. Steve Infinity being asked to play a split, but he's going to drop short. Doesn't beat anything. There are 3 bowls remaining, and they're holding 3.
Oh, big bowl. If he puts another one, same bowl. All he's got to do is draw to the greens. Draw the green. Line's more critical than weight. As long as you touch those greens. Want the kid, he's done it. That's a great bowl. He's done 4. He's done 4, ladies and gentlemen, viewers. If you've left, and I've told you, the end set bingo.
Another one for the blooper reels.
Absolutely.
And we got 65 people still watching, so there's lots of people still interested.
Camden is coming to hunt me down.
Here we go. Remember, a split masterboard is in favour of Wiseman's Ferry because they've already got 2 points banked. They will go to 5.5, and Camden will remain on 4.5. So, 4 very important bowls.
Yep, down the skips. Yes.
We got Ryan Kennedy for Wiseman's Ferry. He'll have last bowl.
Ricky Stats.
Ricky Stats from Camden. He's got to get something.
Well, Statsy, he doesn't want to be pulling out the stats of this game later if he doesn't put a close bowl.
He's got to get between the orange and the red. He finds that little hole between the orange and the red.
Just need Heidi to somehow yep. Thanks. That's all good. There you go.
Okay.
Statsy.
Some early screams from the faithful.
Here he comes. He's coming down.
A big clap here from Steve Infinity.
He's close. He's close to playing a great bowl. He's played a cracking bowl.
He's played a beauty.
Oh, he's played a winner. He's played a match winner. Makes me feel a bit better.
Can go through clean.
He's played a match winner.
Can go through clean.
Wow.
So arrive with a metre of weight. That yellow will go through out of the head and touch nothing, and he'll sit for 5.
Well, young man, it's over to you.
The problem is that you've got to connect now, because
yeah,
if you miss it, you're not in the head and there is no 6. So you've got to play it now.
He's sucking the big ones now. He's sucking them in through the nose.
That's what you play for. You visualise these match-winning shots.
Out through the mouth. Sucking the big ones. In through the nose, out through the mouth.
2 metres of weight. Arrive on the yellow. Yellow goes through clean. No jack.
Line is critical.
Okay. The third is interested already.
Come on, righto. Come on, Princess. He's in the area, as they're saying. He's got the... Oh, no.
It's still there.
Oh, dear. Well, I think that yellow bowl's stuck in there now with that kitty.
Yeah, I think it's locked in now.
Yeah, that yellow bowl's right in line.
Yeah, I think that's locked in. Yep, you're right. So
lock it in, Eddie. Lock it in.
Again, it could still go through on that forehand, but you need big weight and you need a lot of luck, and that orange still has to stay in the head. So I think this is looking very, very difficult for Wiseman's Ferry. Yep. Rick Stats just has to do the same thing.
Yeah,
just get another one in there.
A-grade blocker.
Another one in there.
Just in front.
Yep. And Camden's got the front covered. So if he tries to go kill and the jack ricochets somewhere, but at the moment the only 6 is to move that yellow out of the place. We've increased our viewer by a few words getting out on the street.
Yeah, come back. They're up to 100. And
we've just had Easter. Is this going to be another resurrection?
Yeah.
Anyway, lots of people thinking what shot to play.
Yeah.
Yeah, there it is.
Yeah, well, that bowl, that yellow bowl, that's...
You just get another one.
Look, just a massive bowl that he put down.
He just plays weight to the red. If he gets inside the red, game over.
Yeah, get up there. Get out there. Throw it down again.
And if he plays weight to the red and he's underneath it, then he's got 2 in the head and the yellow comes through. So Ryan Kennedy can see the shot he might want to have to play. This may well be the bingo shot.
Well, that's it. Plays last, possibly his last bowl of the game.
Yep,
deja vu of last end. Come on, Statsy.
Somebody's woken up on the back.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
he's in the area
he's
again.
In there is a
he's
superb shot.
Again. Oh, there's
it's
2
a
bowls.
Superb shot. They won't both go.
Well,
they won't both go.
This is going to be something special. He's got to hit the front one on the nose and pray.
Yeah, this is where you need a drone.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, have the drone over the top of that. You can see what shot they need to play. But I can't see those 2 yellows going out. So Rick Stats leading 21-8. after a 4-all start. He's certainly, he and his side have accelerated, and they're the ones that have led Camden because they've lost the other 2 rinks.
Yes.
So this will be an 8-2 victory on behalf of one team.
Yep.
The Andrew Watkins beat Eddie Classens by 1, and
22-16.
Yeah,
Middle ring was
Trevor McMahon beat Gary Trick 22-16. So that's a 7-shot buffer. But this 13-shot victory by Rick Stats is the killer. So again, I think sun sets at about 5:30 tonight. So they're still looking, praying and hoping. I think that's an old Shirley song.
Well, there's only one shot on. He's got to play weight to try to get those yellows out.
Yep, that's all he's got.
He's got to play weight, hit the yellow. He's got to get the front yellow to clear out both the yellows, and hopefully they.
Yeah, I can see one yellow going through, but I think that other yellow between the blue and the orange is stuck.
Yeah, I think the orange is going to go out of there anyway.
Yep.
So
and so if the orange goes out,
it's no good.
Then he's only got 5, and so a little bit like this morning where they needed 6 and they only got 4 or 5.
So
this is our second chance to say goodbye.
Ryan, that's a lot to Ryan with this bowl. Can he pull something spectacular out of his left pocket? Okay, he's playing. He's got to play weight.
Nice positive call from his teammates. You've got this, Ryan.
Yep.
Here it is.
Here we go. Here we go. We're going. Here we go.
Game
over.
He's
Missed it. So there it is.
Camden are the champions.
There it is. Well done, Camden. In 2024, 25. Pennant champions for the Nepean Highlanders.
So just a summary: Campbelltown Grade 2 winners, Picton Grade 3. We have Camden Grade 4, Blacktown Workers Grade 5, Picton Grade 6, and Hazelbrook Grade 7. So we have our winners. We're just about to do the formal presentation. A big thank you yet again. Happy for all the help that you've done today.
My pleasure. Thank you very much.
We'll see you again.
Thanks, Doc.
Thanks, guys. Signing off. We'll leave you to Happy to wrap up, and I'll give out the flags to a whole bunch of happy bowlers.
You're going to finish with that's all, Doc?
Yep.
That's all, folks. Like a Bugs Bunny, Doc. All right, viewers. Wow, what a way to wrap up a day of bowls action here from Bago Sports Club. Again, as I just said, a massive shout to the Nepean Highlanders for getting me down here to be able to bring these games today. We've had 2 cracking games. Both games gone down to the wire. It was very enjoyable. Viewers, thank you. Thanks for tuning in. Hope you enjoyed that as much as we did. Until next time, which will be Thursday, it's from Youtubelivesports. And it'll be ta-da and bye-bye for now. Hooroo.